All right, here we go.
Same thing.
Okay, we are officially live. Welcome to the Ilderon Tales. This is Group D, Brothers in Arms. Hopefully the campaign climax. And man, it has been a journey. Let me turn on some music.
It's more like Brothers of Disarm right now.
Yeah. So, Jordan, did you get a chance to watch last session? I'll put the option in your vote. Do you want an in-depth recap or do you want a quick one?
I want an in-depth. I already took the quick one.
Okay. So, last session opens with the party inside of some sort of alchemical bazaar. As the events had just wrapped up on the 23rd of Priestess, the party teleported into the mountain fortress in Old Ardor, north of the city, and basically exacted justice for themselves, killing off enemy generals in the night while they slept, and taking care of logistic officers for this army, basically breaking its ability to contain and manage itself. After the party had teleported though back into the bazaar, Johann had already thrown Father A out of the portal, and the party turned on him. A fight broke out between Johann and Celebris over Johann's morals, and Johann claimed it was the only thing he could do, the only thing he had left that he could think of in order to teach Father A. The party demanded that Johann was a traitor and that he be turned in. And Alice told you told the party that she could not teleport you all back tonight because she didn't have the spell slots to either get there or to even get back. After that, Celebris ran off into the night. Cinder went after him, and the rest of the party followed Alice back to Zenith Rise. Inside of Zenith, Celebris started running towards Father A to help him out on the mountaintop, but didn't have the ability to cross the river, and decided to head back to the Zenith Rise after a emotional breakdown on the streets of Ardor over in the district of Aline. From there, we switched over to Father A. Father A attempted to wear the clothes of a deceased body and disguised himself as a guard. The ruse only lasted so long before somebody realized the wounds on the clothes and Father A's wounds didn't match up, and that he was impersonating someone. What was left of the People's Army and the Mountain Wardens surrounded Father A and tried to subdue him, eventually knocking him unconscious. The rest of the party went to sleep in Zenith's Rise in the old general's chambers, and Celebris, along with Thalin, found Ariana. She was waiting up in her office for the party to return and hear news about your success. Alice sent her to bed and said, hey, just handle this in the morning, and the party informed her of Johann's treachery, and she put out a bounty on him, unaware that you guys had already turned him into the dungeon. That was the early morning of the 24th, and then moving into sunrise, the party got up around, Bartholomew got up earlier than everyone else and went to talk with Alice. He wanted to know her teleportation sigil so he could attempt to retrieve Father A on his own and teleport back. Alice told him lives are expendable and that's why knights are used, and that she wasn't going to give it to him, and that she couldn't teleport just her and Barty to the mountaintop without proper protection to, defend her, as she needs to draw the rune to get back. Otherwise, she'd have to drop Bartholomew off, miles outside of the range, or hundreds of feet outside of the range, which is down a mountain slope. After that, the rest of the party woke up and talked to Ariana. It was midday by the time the party woke up, and Ariana wasn't stirring either. But as soon as the party informed her, she got up and immediately started jumping to her duties in a furious rage to go confront Johan in the dungeons. Thalin explained what Johan did and why he did it, because he saw Father A take a life that was already, unconscious, and it was Ariana's two biggest character traits clashing against each other: the fear of being betrayed and being hurt, and being emotionally hurt when she causes harm to anyone undeserving of harm. And her decisions put you guys there to do that. That said, she confronted Johan inside of the dungeon, and it was a very quick exchange. She asked him why he did what he did, and he said because he felt it was right, and she couldn't argue with him. She stripped him of his titles, looked solemn, and walked out of the dungeon, and began talking to the enemy general that you captured, and said that she was willing to trade some of the remaining living generals for Father A's life, and to get in contact with who needed to be sent a sending in order to make the arrangement. With that, the party left the dungeon. Thalin had some final words for Johan, just basically saying he's ashamed of what he did, or ashamed of what Johan did. He understands why he did it and hopes his path works out for him, but, he can never trust him again. And walked off with Johan being let out of the cell. From there, we switched over to Father A. Father A woke up as Galesong was laughing in front of his cage. Father A was tied and restrained inside of a metal cage on a mountaintop, specifically on the mountain that the fortress of the base of Old Ardor leads up to. He was in a war camp, and Galesong was there and began questioning him. They had a back and forth before Galesong revealed that he was in Ardor. He's in Ardor because he loves this country and it's his home, and he has reason to believe it's infected. Father A confirmed Marcus was a member of Gendenthel. Galesong is not convinced that he's the only one, or that he was the only one, and wanted to send Father A to the bridge to question Marcus, and then retrieve, and then Galesong would retrieve Father A's soul for him. As soon as Father A agreed to it, Renalta appeared out of a storm behind Galesong, annoyed that he kept messing with the Domain of Death, as it was not his to interfere with. And she got into an argument, revealing that they have been in a tied and locked game for the past 1,000 years, of each one trying to get the upper hand on the other. And currently the score is 3-2 in Galesong's favor, or, depending on how you look at it, 3-2 in Renalta's favor. Galesong revealed he cheated her out of the last agreement that he lost. He was supposed to captain a ship on another plane named the Aramir till the end of eternity, and instead he became the captain of a ship named the Aramir inside of Alilnagai's fleet, and named his vanguard ship Eternity, and captained the Aramir until another naval force sunk Eternity. Renalta, annoyed at his snark and annoyed that he'd trade literally the entirety of existence for his home country, decided to siege Ardor. She summoned his sunken fleet from the bottom of the Inner Sea and dropped it into the rivers of Ardor, the Aramir, the Eternity, I'll name those other ships in a minute. They're on my notes. and drop them into the rivers of Ardor, manned with a spectral fleet. And then from there, she allowed spirits from the bridge to possess what remained of the People's Army, and possessed about 70% of the army and sent them into a blood rampage. Looked at Galesong and told him to choose between either his freedom or his country. Horrified at the decision, he didn't know what to do, and she disappeared. He began to run off towards Ardor and turned around to save Father A, cutting him free of his chains and breaking him out of his cage. Those two were surrounded, and the whole time this was happening, Celebris was scrying on Father A, witnessing the tail end of this event. As he had been begging Alis and our Zenith Rise diviner Jami Orison to teleport him back to Father A, or at least see if he's alive. After seeing hell and the apocalypse literally rain from the sky, Celebris demanded for Alis to teleport him to Father A. She obliged after a little bit of hesitation. Along with Bartholomew, and teleported behind Galesong and Father A fighting their way off this mountainside through this possessed army, and began scribbling the runes for a teleportation circle to retrieve them from to get them out of that situation. Meanwhile, Cinder and Thalin were eating lovely breakfast when the apocalypse rained out of the sky. They had no idea what to do, no idea what they were capable of doing, but bells started sounding around the city, and people started marshaling through the castle, and they decided they were going to need every hand that they could get, every willing hand needed, and went and sought out Johann. Johann, as a member of the Kalkin, it is his job and duty to protect anyone and everyone from magical anomalies and extraworldly threats. Although he's on sour terms with the party, he obliged and said he was going to do his duty, and headed off with Thalin and Cinder to find the rest of the party. Meanwhile, Alis, Celebris, Galesong, and Father A and Bartholomew took Alis's teleportation sigil into the alchemical bazaar, and I'm actually just going to give you guys the name of this because I'm tired of calling it that. Let's see. Oh, Sipping Edge, that's it. The Sipping Edge. I was like, I know I named this thing. Alright. So you are all at the Sipping Edge. Well, not all of you. Father A, Celebris, Johann, or no, not Johann. Father A, Celebris, and Bartholomew, Alis, and Galesong are all at the Sipping Edge. Hell has rained out of the sky. Galesong told Father A to alert the Magnate to what's going on and to marshal the Royal Army. And that he was going to the Temple of Umiya. Those ships need to be dealt with. They have cannons, and they will literally rip the entire city apart. Let's go with battle music, because it is a pretty intense moment. And we're going to go over to Ardor. I have changed Ardors to kind of look more appropriate to what's going on. And yes, so Galesong runs out. Alis is going to step into the next room, kind of like hurriedly, running her hands over her face, and she's going to begin talking with people. And you're going to see her exchanging coins out of her pouch, like pointing at people like, hey, I need this, I need this. Does anybody have a potion of flying? I need 2! Come! Just yelling and getting all of these supplies. Celebris and Father A are reasonably alone.
I'm gonna cast Healing Word in a 2nd level slot. because Daddy's hurt.
Celebrus is gonna look at Anderson. Do we go Gelsung or do we go to the Magnate's Keep?
Oh wait. Never mind. That actually worked out well. We go to the Magnate's Keep. He said to go see Ariana to marshal the troops. Personally, I don't want to spend that much time around that old bastard.
Look, personal grudges aside, we're gonna need you. But I agree with your decision. This is a place of potions and whatnot. We don't do it often, but I think it's time we flex our knightly muscles and just fucking start supplying ourselves as much as we can.
Well, I have to. I don't have any money.
Silver's is gonna run out to where Aria is.
Alis.
Alis, sorry. And be like,
you see Alis already has an armful of potions as she's making demands and alchemists are running and grabbing her things. She has put an entire gold sack on the table.
Silver's is gonna just shout, in the name of the Magnate and under the order of one of her knights, anything of use will be on the name of, or will be in the name of me.
Alis is going to look at you with like a little bit of surprise of just like, do you have the authority to... Like, she doesn't say that. But she is going to hand you the armful of potions she has and says, come on, carry these, let's go.
Barty Anderson, we're gonna start, just grab everything and we're running.
The other alchemists here are merchants of the ruby and other like things. They don't seem as impassioned as you about this.
He's just gonna look at him and say, you don't do what I say, you die. And not by my hands this time.
Roll me an intimidation check.
Do.
Friday night roll!
Yeah. You yell die, and a couple of these alchemists, instead of like helping you, you're gonna see them start like packing up their stuff and putting it in locked boxes. Yeah, that's about it. If you guys want to like try and take their gear, you can. Their potions are otherwise unlabeled. Celebris does have a armful of potions though that Alis did legally purchase for you.
He's just gonna look at Alis and go, is this enough or do we need more?
She's gonna look back at them and say, that's gonna be everything useful in a fight.
We don't have anything for healing or anything like that?
She's gonna say, don't you have a paladin in your ranks?
Look, right now we're on bad terms. I don't want to discuss that at the moment. Do they have healing or not?
She is going to gesture to the door and say, get over it! Let's go!
Frankly, I'm with her. We need to get going.
Fair enough, whatever.
Alright. As you guys move to the towards the keep, you are going to have within these potions, Alis is going to explain everything she bought. There are 3 potions of heroism. There is 2 potions, common potions of healing, 1 potion of invisibility, 2 potions of fly, a potion of speed, and 2 potions of resistance. 1 of fire damage, 1 of cold damage.
Alright, Celebris is gonna chuck the 2 potions of healing to Anderson.
I think that is, how many is that? That should be 12?
I lost count. You.
Okay. There's,
say 12?
Yeah, there's 2 healing. There are 3 heroism. There's 1 invisibility. 1 speed. 2 potions of resistance. 1 of fire resistance and 1 of cold resistance. And, oh, I'm missing 2. Okay. I'm gonna actually just roll those up at random then. Because she would.
Cerberus is keeping the
Potion of vitality.
Potion of vitality. Let's see. I'll roll you a percentage die on that one.
Brandon, is a potion of speed a potion of haste?
Yes, it
Potion of
casts
vitality. Don't tell Brandon other potions right now.
Yeah, the potion of vitality. So you didn't roll high on the first potion. Above 75%. The last potion is a potion of vitality, 77. You guys should really thank Jordan for that one because I did not know that was a potion. Your last potion rolled low. Let's see.
Shove it down Father A's throat. Just an FYI.
The last potion, I'm actually going to give you guys 2 of them. Potions of climbing. So you should have enough potions to have, most of your party can well, 2 members of your party can cast fly. Those who can't can either climb or fly with the other potions.
Okay, Cerberus is going to keep the potion of speed, and for right now, he's going to keep the 3 potions of heroism to make his total 4 potions of heroism.
You know, those are actually decent potions if you use them.
I know, and I'm going to give them out when the appropriate timing. He's going to throw Anderson the 2 potions of healing and the potion of vitality, and the rest he'll distribute out as needed.
All right.
So, I'm going to be drinking those.
And that was the plan.
Like, I know what the potion of vitality does. I'm no longer tired.
Let's see, this bridge, as you guys are heading across the lane.
Sorry, I don't know how much 2 potions of healing do.
They are 2d4 plus 4. Alright.
So d4 plus 4.
You are all heading across the bridge from Aline, and I can draw this out for you. You are coming from the Sipping Edge across the bridge. The bridge has actually been damaged by cannon fire. The entire inner city, you can see the outer parts of the city are not fine. But for the most part, the ships that are moving through the bay, you can see 3 on this side, are focusing the inner city, just blasting apart towers, blasting apart keeps, couple things hitting temples. It's not going to be long before this, the inner city's, just reduced to a pile of rubble. The bridge has been blasted out. You can get across it, making 2. It's going to be about, just like with all the things in the way here, you guys would have to make about 2 long jumps, each, leaping over about 15 feet of just like a straight fall into the river below.
2d4 plus 4 each.
God damn it.
Alice.
Cerberus is...
Oh, go ahead.
Gonna do something?
No, I mean, she's looking at this, and she starts pulling out her spellbook.
Cerberus is gonna chug a potion of fly.
Alright, do you want to carry other people across?
He's gonna carry Anderson across first.
No, you carry
Go back.
Barney.
Carry Barty over first, go back. Carry Alice across, go back. Get Anderson, go back.
Just like, we don't have time for this. Oh, okay, taxi service, thank you. Alright, Otherwise, your travel through the central part of the city is horrific. Buildings are shattering above you. It's I'm gonna roll you a percentage die of just if anything. God, you guys are doing awful on these tonight. 89. All right. So I'm gonna do that on the chase table actually, because why not? Let's go ahead and.
The last time this happened, it worked pretty well till the very end.
Hey, the chase table is the most amazing thing ever introduced in 5th edition. Let's see. Chase. I always remember it's like 256, but I'm always off by a little. 252 to 255. I was just like, where is it?
You're one page off, Brandon.
Alright. Urban Chase complications. And we'll roll a d10 because you guys are going to fail. Okay. So, it's gonna be a damaging one because it's this is definitely not going to be one of the ships is going to blast into the roadway and the supported foundation that the inner city the inner city or the palace district's built upon. Rubble and shrapnel goes everywhere. It is going to be a DC 15 dexterity save to not take the cannon blast, regardless the shrapnel is hitting you.
Yeah, I did it. Great.
Why can't I have one more level for evasion?
Alright. Oh.
Damn!
Alright,
Yeah.
the cannon blast is fire damage. You take 17 points of fire damage, and then the rest of it, the 2 plus 4 plus 4 is piercing damage from the shrapnel. That's a hefty amount. I've got to make it for Barty and Aelin.
It was DC 15, you said?
Yes. Otherwise, that is. Otherwise, you guys are able to continue to the castle. No, it was DC 15.
I take half of it, right?
Yeah, if you pass, you take half.
Thanks the Lord.
If you have evasion, you can
I
do evasion shenanigans.
I'm not that high yet. Also, I don't know if it would count anyway, given my lack of a long rest.
Celebris is going to look at Barty and...
Barty is horrifically bloodied.
Jesus. Celebris is going to look at Barty and Anderson and go, since I can still fly for at least a little while, do you think it would be prudent to go try to get Kytrina, Makana, and the rest of them for this? I think even if we have Johan, we're probably going to need a couple more paladins for this.
I mean, more help doesn't hurt in the apocalypse.
It's going to be bad if this is going to suck going by myself, but you two are too damaged to do any help for this, so... Keep running, don't die!
Alright, so, Celebris, your fly gives you a speed. It's only for a minute.
Oh, it's only a minute, so it's over. Never mind.
Yeah, so, I mean, you can take off, and then, you'd be, like, flying or falling back towards the ground. Let me make sure, because I'm pretty sure it's a minute or 10 minutes.
I thought it was 10 minutes.
Yeah, regardless, it wouldn't, I don't think it, well, it might be enough because you don't have to take the roads, and that's one of the slowest parts about the city is the zigzagging roads.
Plus, it's a fly speed of 60 if I dash.
Yeah.
That's 120.
E, F, G, fly. Alright. Fly is for concentration up to 10 minutes. So yeah, you can fly to the Kalkin out. The Kalkin
Potion of
office.
flying. When you drink this potion, you gain a flying speed equal to your walking speed for 1 hour.
Oh, 1 hour? Yeah,
well,
you're good then.
Yeah, no, I have a walking speed of 40, so it's not as much as a regular fly, but I'm still pretty good.
I mean, you have an hour.
Yeah, you can just like leisurely fly back. Do you take all the potions with you?
I keep.
Potions?
I will give them. I will keep the potion of speed, and I will give them everything else. I will keep one of the heroism potions because that's the one I've had since the Chimera fight.
Okay. Alrighty, just make sure you guys are keeping up with that. I had it scribbled down on a sheet of paper, and I've already put it someplace else in my DMG. I'll find it later. Well, no, you guys have it. Anyways, so for the rest, you guys are able to make it back to the keep relatively unhindered. The rest of the party, what are you doing in Zenith Rise? Johan, Cinder, and Thalin.
So we see the sky open up and ghost ships appear?
Yes.
Alright, and I was with everybody. I wasn't like just released.
You were, here's what happened. You were, the party went to see you earlier this morning. After they saw you this morning, you had your title stripped from you and you were let go from the dungeon. You were collecting your stuff to leave the castle at the quartermaster's office near the supplies. The party and you are there at the quartermaster's office. You have just regained your gear, and you're like turning around, walking out as like a discharged prisoner. And then they approach you of like, hey, we need your help.
Well, I am donning gear then.
Just like, all right, just give me 10 minutes right here. I'm just gonna put this on. Like, you can put on armor in 5 minutes with the assistance of, you know, an ally if you have any.
Well, that depends on everybody else. Anybody want to help me put on this armor so that I can be tanky and help?
Thalin is going to groan and say, come on, we need you. And he helps you.
Cool. While he's helping me, I would also like to apologize once again for my actions. Like, I'm sorry, Thalin, for putting the entire party through this. Like, I understand my actions were like definitely not good, but I was very distraught that a life I saved was doomed for no reason.
Like, he's just gonna be nodding along as you are talking, and he's gonna say, save it, there are more important things right now. You guys can head out of the castle to go rendezvous with your party. Presumably, you know, if Aylis teleported, she'd be coming back in on her circle if they were even alive. But if you head out of the front of the castle, you're going to come into contact with, you know, your party rushing in, all either beaten or taking a little bit of damage from just trying to traverse the city.
Question is, I believe it's Ariana Kinfield, right?
Yes.
She's already rallying the troops, or does she not know of the situation yet?
She's in the upper part of the keep. No one's talked to her yet. This has been this has been like first. A 10-minute, 20-minute thing that's been going on.
Yeah, that's where we go first. We get armored up, we go talk to the leader and ask her what she wants us to do with the situation. Like, what part of the chaos do we tackle first? Alright,
where do you head to do so? The party...
Magnate's Keep.
Okay, the party saw the Sage's Tower atop the Zenith Rise, one of the tallest buildings attached to it, was has been struck and is no longer above the keep. Presumably, it's in the courtyard. But yeah, heading to the Magnate's keep. This is the entirety of her throne room with her personal quarters on the second floor around the balcony here. I'm gonna roll it a percentage die too of if it's this place is relatively unharmed. There is a lot of castle staff being ushered through here into the to the stairwell that leads below into the dungeon. Of just people seeking safety from the hail of fire raining throughout the rest of the city. You don't see Ariana in these chambers. Or at least you don't think you do.
Should I roll perception or should I start? I'm going to grab one of the people running around and ask them have they seen the Magnate. Or where was the Magnate last seen?
Okay.
Can I just point out the fact that the 3 people that are looking for her right now, none of them are knights?
Yeah, exactly. Wait, Father A is...
Did we actually
Is
get
he with
there?
them now at this point?
Yeah, the party...
The insinuation was that we were not...
I didn't meet up with the party. I went straight looking for
Oh,
Ariana.
okay. Yeah, well, the party is going... Well, that's what I was saying. As you guys, begin going anywhere, your timing syncs up that the party's together. So by the time you get your armor done doing anything in the castle, the rest of the party is running into the castle to, on Aelis's and Galesong's orders. Aelis splits off from the party immediately. She's not with you guys anymore, but the party is together. In the Magnate's Keep, you do not see Ariana there. I did roll you a die of asking somebody if they last saw her. The person's gonna say, yeah, she was with her guard. They were headed up to the Sage's Tower before before the castle was struck.
Fuck. I turn around. I guess I see Father A for the first time in a while. And I go, Anderson.
I make an attack roll.
All right, go for it.
Wow. You're right, I missed.
Yeah, I mean, just this. He's magically running on caffeine right now, so he's still physically beleaguered a little bit as he just hand hitting against Father or Johann's armor.
Really wanted that to be a crit. Also, it's a good thing to know that apparently all I could roll is health potions. So I'm dying tonight, boys.
I apparently sidestepped that punch and go.
Oh no, I hit. The DM described it. I weakly hit you in your chest plate.
Okay. I go. I grab your arm then, and go. Here, let me help you, and then give you. I have 45 points of healing of lay on hands. How much do you need to be near full?
More than that.
I give you all 45 points of lay on hands because I never use that.
That's love.
Still hate you.
All right.
We can discuss this after we get rid of the crisis.
Agreed.
So what do you want to do?
The Sage's Tower was where the Magnate was last seen. We need to get over there stat.
All right. There is a connection from the keep into the stairwell that leads up the Sage's Tower. Do you want to take that? the rest of the party would inform you the Sage's Tower, the upper part of it is not there anymore, as it was blasted off of the keep.
Well, do we believe that Ariana made it all the way up to the top before it got blasted, or do we believe she's still in the stairwell?
I'm inclined to believe the worst has happened.
Then we go out into the yard towards the tower that's in the part of the tower that's laying down there.
All right. In the courtyard, you can see it is the inside of the castle seems to be warded against whatever's going on. The courtyard, not so much. It is the same chaos of the streets here. There are soldiers that you guys have known and knights that you have seen protecting the castle, and thank God security has been reduced. But their eyes are burning with the black fire, just like Father A saw on the mountainside. They are possessed. They are not. They don't seem to care about you. There seems to be 4 figure. Well, actually, let me roll how many of them are alive. Well, that's not the die I wanted. Let's see. Alright, there are 3 figures. On top of the rubble of what appears to be a fallen tower. You can see they are kind of have the high ground, and they're fighting off this horde of people. One of them is definitely Tarum. You can tell by his sword glowing. The others, well, yeah, they all have distinguishable features. You would recognize Ariana fighting off these people on one side of his flank, and then the Sage of Ardor, High Councilwoman Astel, fighting off behind them. They are trying to hold this pile of rubble as a final stand. Yeah. Among them, yeah, they're all bloodied.
All right.
Father ain't wasting time, baby.
Johan's not wasting time either. He pulls out his warhammer and he's headed out there.
All right.
Warhammer and shield.
What is left of these soldiers? There are about 30 people here. I'm not going to do this as full combat because I don't want to roll up a bunch of grunts and just have you guys swing at each other for hours. I will say you can tactically move into this horde of people. Doing so, you can make an athletics check to push forward and fight as a unit. If everybody in your in the unit that is trying to like punch a hole for Ariana rolls above a 15, which is on the hard scale, then you are going to be efficient enough to not take damage going through this. Otherwise, you are going to get 6 attacks of opportunity at random people.
Well, so we need to figure out a way to kill these people because we're not making those checks.
I think I can make those checks.
He said everybody.
No.
He said everybody who's attempting.
That is, yeah, everybody who's attempting. That is regardless of who goes in. That is also regardless of knocking out or killing. Tarum and Ariana don't seem to be holding back any of like lethal blows. Like you see Tarum stabbing people. You see Ariana fighting with all the ferocity she can muster. This is just, if you want to punch a hole in this, we're just going to handle it as a single athletics check of you guys charging in here, you know, knocking people out, killing people, anyone in your way, and just cutting a line through them.
Okay, so are you saying that one man can do this?
Yeah, if you just want to send Johan in there, one person only has to watch his front.
I can totally do this.
I mean, yeah, I would rather you do it, just because I'm not gonna make those athletics checks.
Yeah. All right. Fuck.
All right.
Neither is he.
Don't you add your +2 to that? Or is that already included?
Oh, that is not included. Wait. That is +8. Yeah, never mind. That's already included.
Is it?
Yep.
Don't you have a 19 strength? And are you proficient?
I have a 19 strength. I am not proficient. Well, I'm proficient in, yeah.
Then yeah, that's because it's a +4 proficiency bonus, and you have a +4
4,
strength.
4, 8. Oh, you're right. So an extra +2. So it's exactly 15.
Okay, it's going to be 15? Okay, cool. I just rolled all of the attacks, and there were 2 crits so far. And I didn't, roll them with advantage, so that's good. Yeah, so Johan, just tactically moving in here, you are going to, be able to parry enough attacks off of you, watch your own flank, move down a person, hit a kneecap, step by, and you get to the terrain that Ariana and Tarum are fighting on. Anna is holding the back. The area pointing towards the stables, and I will actually draw it like this for you. Allow me to draw in red. The rubble of the Sage's Tower is here. Tarum is...
I just want to picture that.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I just want to picture this as Johan comes swinging in like the barbarian from World of Warcraft, spinning in a giant circle with his warhammer out, clearing a path.
All right, and taking the brunt of this, or taking the least of it, because nobody would be coming from the keep, or at least less people would be coming from the keep. Ariana is on the side that Johan was on. The blue is Tarum, the purple is Anna, and the green is Ariana. Ariana, let's go ahead and just roll. We're gonna roll 4d6. That's great. Thanks, thing. Alright, I'll just roll it myself. Okay, thank you, Roll20. 4d6 plus 4. She's taken 11 damage from the falling, and then I'm going to double that, and she's taken 11 damage of people getting through. She has minor cuts and bruises. You can see she probably has a broken bone or something. She is wielding a longsword in one hand. She is very bloodied. She has 10 hit points left.
All right.
But yeah, Johan gets there to her. And she is going to look down at you and say, "Thank Gale Song's light."
Come on, we're getting you out of here. I say that, and then I'm going to cast Aura of Vitality.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that first one. So, same thing. She is going to fight getting out of here. You cleared a way into here, and this side is much thinner than the other side. So you've lowered the check for her to DC 12. So go ahead and give me a DC 12 also.
Wow.
Friday night roll.
Is that 12 on the dot? I'm not on the thing yet.
No, no. That was the heal.
He rolled the Aura Vitality, and he rolled a 1 and a 1.
Oh, nice.
That was to heal Ariana for 2, I guess.
All right, that's
the
good.
athletics check though is 18.
Okay, so you're going to be able to defend the front. I don't know why my computer is running so slow. Let me close some things real quick. Exit. Sorry about this. I'm just like, Roll20's not letting me do anything because my computer has to catch up so much. All right, so Ariana rolls a athletics check, and she's going to roll an 18, fending off the final few people. Tarum is going to attempt to follow you along with Anna,
Okay. So,
Well,
I get if my concentration doesn't break, I get 10 uses of this.
okay.
So.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. You would be able to use that each round. So you can roll it about 3 more times before you have them out of there. Anna and Tarum are going to follow you. I'm just going to roll them a D50 of they're both under 50%, but by how much? Anna falls in directly behind your flank, and Tarum is the last to follow as he's holding off the brunt of this, and he fails his check.
Brandon, just
Yes.
if he's within 10 feet of Johan, he gets a +2. So.
Oh, he rolled a nat 1. Yeah.
Oh,
he's,
no, he failed.
Yeah.
All right. We're just gonna do this. Out of the 6 attacks of opportunity that hit him,
6 attacks hit him.
out of 6 that swing at him, only 1 has hit him so far. Because
How bloody was he?
8. He was the one. He was at 26% of his maximum HP. I don't know what that number is. But these things, I'm going to read you guys these rolls as soon as they're done. I need 1 more D20. All right. So, with advantage, before any bonuses to the rolls, and that is... Oh, I need to roll 1 more attack. Sorry about that. I just counted it up and I saw 5 attacks. Alright, so with advantage, before any of the rolls to this attack, 14, before any bonuses, is going to hit. It rolls a 14 and a 6. The next one is a 4 and a 1, an 8 and a 2, a 3 and a 6, 13 and a 6. The 13 and 14 will hit with bonuses, and then a 1 and a 4. He gets hit with 2 attacks.
Okay. My heals go to whoever was hurt the most.
Okay. Otherwise, you guys are able to get back to the keep. The Horde turning their attention to this door, moving towards it. You move faster than them as they have to climb over the rubble. All 3, Ariana, hold on, let's close this so it can open properly. Well, we don't want Nyla. Ariana, the Sage, Anna, Estelle, wherever she is, and Tarum all are with the party. As they reunite with you, Ariana, bloodied but being healed, is going to say, "Thank Gilsong's name you returned." And she's going to look at Johan and say, "I was wrong to take your knighthood."
I mean, it's fine. Like, my actions did not reflect that of the station.
Pointing to the sky, she's going to say, like inside of, obviously, you guys are inside of the Magnate's Keep now. Some attendants are going to come and start bandaging her wounds. And she's going to say, what is that? What happened?
It's
So that's the rest of my healing. Split it up between Ariana and Barty.
it would be 14 d6s. Doesn't it last for a minute?
It's 10 rounds.
Oh, never mind. I did my math wrong.
So that's 7 2d6s.
Alrighty. Yeah, you'll be able to heal Barty back up to full, and then you heal Ariana back up to full.
Yeah, and if any left over, I'll give it to the Sage and what's his name?
Okay. Between the 2 of them, the last 2 charges can go to other people. Anna will likely not be joining you guys in any combat if she doesn't have to.
Give it to
But
the
yeah.
bulky dude with the sword.
Okay, yeah, he'll tear him back up. 7 and 9 points of damage. I need to record that for later.
Hello, dog. Oh yeah, so it's like, what, she's like, what is this? What's going on? It's the fury of Renolta, brought on by her issues with Gale Song. Hi, I'm alive.
Yeah, she's kind of just like face darting between different members of the party. Where'd Wesley go? I just noticed he's not in roll 20.
No, he's in roll 20. He's not in the board.
Let's see. We'll pause real quick because I was like, man, he's being uncharacteristically quiet. I'm just gonna give him a personal call.
Mostly Ramon.
Mostly Ramon. He's the best in the audience, though. No, he's a regular.
This was a bad idea to drink as much as I have tonight.
All right. Yeah, we'll just keep going without him. You are talking to Ariana, and you say this is a product of a pissed off god. She's going to face starting between different members of the party. She's going to say, Gilsong's going to save us, right? He's returned again.
He's going to go get Umiya, and they're going to help. He told me to come get you and marshal the royal army.
So, expression is going to just like pale across her face as she like puts a hand up on her mouth. She gags, almost vomiting, and she's going to save the warden, and Taram finishes her sentence and says, he took the blast full on. He didn't make it in the fall. We had to leave him behind. Does Celebris laugh?
Celebris is not there.
Okay, yeah.
Where does Celebris
That is...
go? Oh, yeah.
Celebris is going to get some help from the Kalkin.
That's right.
So, or Sundale's dead. That's not helpful.
She's gonna say, my High Council's dying quicker than I can, fill the positions. Typhus didn't make it either.
No!
I like Typhus.
I like Typhus season.
Oh man, sorry. My brain went to a different place. I remembered who appointed Typhus. Who's ready for High Councilman Tristan Phyland?
Tristan wants his family. He doesn't want any part of this bullshit.
Please.
You guys want to move to the capital and, help this angry young girl, fix this country? It's like, yeah, sure.
Alright, you want to move the capital? Daddy got a promotion. Hell yeah.
So,
but yeah, it's like...
Go ahead.
Well...
We sadly do not have time to, properly mourn their deaths.
No.
If we don't, act now, we'll simply have more to mourn.
Ariana is, gonna nod standing, and as she does, Taram's gonna look, or it's gonna, like this whole time he's been kind of like watching everybody in here, adrenaline pumping, hand on his sword, it's back sheathed again. But he's finally gonna calm down a little bit and look towards the party, still looking over his shoulder though, and say, I counted at least 5 ships before the tower fell. 2 to the north, 3 to the south.
Would I know if that number's accurate?
Yeah, you counted about 5, also, coming out of there. In addition to the 5 ships, you also know the entirety of the, People's Army was possessed and would likely be marching on the north side of the city, too.
Oh. Yeah, so I definitely would be relaying that.
Johan, after hearing that, would suggest that we send the Royal Army to go meet the People's Army and fend them off as a select group of adventurers goes out and tries to dismantle those ships.
Ariana's going to nod and say, gosh, this is gonna be the worst possible thing for her to say. And you're gonna just see her, like, just composing herself, stand up, you know, servants standing up with her as they're still, and she's gonna say, the castle's not safe. I'll conduct the rest of the siege from the Nakart Keep in Somia. And she's going to look to the servants and say, marshal any commanding officer you can that's not possessed and still alive. Tell them let's get everybody and move them out of the capital. We're going south. Or move them out of Zenith Rise. We're headed south. And that's her order.
All right. Okay, so we're abandoning the castle, but we're still in order.
Yeah.
Okay.
She can't command. It's the warden's her order to give orders to the warden to command Storm's Nest, the prison. The warden is dead. So she can't command anything from here. The next largest force that she has control over is Anadelia's force in Somia.
Gotcha.
So there's not much left she can do defending, you know, the keep, at least from her perspective.
All right. Johan's going to turn to her and go, do you believe that that our group should still go and try and lessen the damage by taking out some of those ghost ships?
She nods and says, yes, if you can get close to them, take down whatever ones you can. As you guys are having this discussion, Jami and Alis stand in the doorway of the throne room in the distance, kind of looking directly at your party. As you make contact, Alis waves for you. Ariana is going to roll her eyes, clench her teeth, and begin walking forward towards them.
I follow.
Yeah, you know. And we bring our listless zombie party with us.
Yeah. Alright, so as you guys get there, she's going to say to them, I am your magnate. I do not heed beckons. I'm not a hound you can just summon. And before she finishes that sentence, Alis is going to say, Your Grace, we divined on those ships. We have information that could be useful.
Out with it.
She's going to... Well, yeah, Jami is going to take over the conversation and say there's 5 ships in the bay. The Aramir, Eternity, Nelshia, Nygian, the Mathian, and the Mathian. all ships that our intelligence in the castle reports were once a part of the Ililnagian naval forces. And she's going to say, you think this is a ploy by Ililnagai? Some new...
it's not.
And Jami's going to nod and say, yes, we've not been able to confirm anything of that nature.
All those ships were sunk. Summoned by the goddess of death as a cruel trick. Those ships were all part of the fleet commanded by one Kyrus Matthews, otherwise known as Gale Song. The Armir was his flagship. The Eternity was his vanguard ship. It was a way for him to get out of a deal he made with her.
Ariana's gonna say yes, and regardless, we can't keep any longer. The palace district is getting decimated by their cannons. We have to go to the outer districts of the city, ones that they'll have trouble navigating those massive warships through the channelways. Jami nods, and Alis is going to look a little petrified at this and say there's spirits out there possessing people. If you leave the wards of the castle, you won't be safe. She's going to say, I assume other keeps in the city have similar protection. Alis is going to say, but what are you going to do until you get there? She goes silent. Alis is going to say, if you come with me, I can put some personal wards on you against abjuration and possession. Ariana looks at the party and then is going to step forward and say, all right, I'll take my personal guard. You, and, you know, looking back at the party members, you handle the ships.
We'll do our best.
Yes, ma'am.
Jami is going to look at Alis and say, what spells do you know to protect against possession that I don't? Alis is going to smile and say, I've developed some of my own, old man. Jami goes, what?
Cute. It's all very cute.
So, who's the party consist of now?
Everybody but Celebrin.
Yeah, everybody except Celebris.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm gonna roll this. Do I want to do this as this or do it? I'm gonna do it as Arcana because that's what Bartholomew is. So it's gonna be -2 is 13 plus 9 is 21. Bartholomew is gonna look back, because Bartholomew is an abjuration specialist. He specializes in protective magic. He's gonna look back to the party and say, I don't know of any spells either that could do such a thing.
I don't know what you want me to say, Marty.
I mean, there's not enough time to learn a new spell.
You just gotta maybe shake it off. That's what I did.
Bartholomew is going to... Because I feel like this is about when Taylor would do it. He's gonna finally... He's gonna finally, like, bite his lip and say, I've seen my, old pupil, the one I thought was dead. She's alive in the city, and, she's investigating the circle of, Gindenthel. and he's going to pull out a letter penned and say, I assume this was her contacting me, but she alerted me to something that I've noticed is true. Alis never sleeps. And he's going to say she taught Marcus how to use magic. I have my suspicions.
I wish I had something, but
now may not be the time to do anything about it, but this is good information to have.
no, I think now's the perfect time to do it, because what if she backstabs us?
We are not in a position to do that kind of thing. We're hurt. Or like, some of us are hurt. She's not exactly a low-leveled wizard. And then we still have to stop an apocalypse. Now is not the time to cleanse Gendon, though. Anyways, that was all out of character. But... we need to... it's good to know. And I know who we can tell about this kind of thing. But... you know, the apocalypse is afoot.
Alright, first things first, we need to get on one of those boats.
Are they, like, still present? Like, Jami and them?
Who?
Jami and...
Jami is. Ariana walked off with, Alis, and, Tarum.
Jami, do you know which ships are closest?
He's going to say the flagship, the Aramir, is on the north part of the river. It's, well, that's not helpful. He stops himself and says the Eternity's the closest.
That's probably what... that's probably... So we have two... You said the Eternity's on the north?
Yes, the Eternity and the Aramir are on the north.
I guess, so add a character real quick. Would that mean that the Aramir is closer to the Kalkin office?
I can draw it, and, you know, he'd take a minute, like, and describing it to you. Let's see. If you look over on the, most to the right map, that is where you saw the from how he's describing it, that's where you saw the Aramir drop. Yeah. That's where you saw the Eternity drop. This is where you saw the Nelshia drop. This is where you saw the I'm sorry, that's the Nygean, and then that's 4. I'm sorry, my bad on that. I looked at my other screen. That's the Nygean, and then this is where you saw the Mathian drop. That's a 5.
Okay.
They are entire warships. It's hard for them to squeeze down the narrow channels of the river, and only go up and down the outer rivers.
We have two choices. The close option is the Eternity. As the Vanguard ship, that would not be a bad pick. But, as the flagship, and I don't really like saying this, we probably need to sink the Aramir.
Gosh, that must have been the hardest thing Father A's ever said.
That's fucking blasphemy that just came out of my mouth.
That's heresy.
But that's heresy. That being said, if I had to take a wild guess, unless he's a closest solution first kind of guy, that's exactly where Gale Song's gonna go. So, you know, if that guess is right, we'll have a helping godly hand. If I'm right, we also maybe can avoid it, because we might be redundant.
So, as you guys are talking, by the way, you know, the city is being, like, blasted apart. Cannons are ringing in the distance. People are shouting. There are people fighting. This chamber is all but quieted, as most of the diplomats have bunkered down in the dungeon. And just, like, you're going to be able to hear the echoes of your voice, finally, of just, like, in the distance. And you're having this conversation, and just this haunting, piercing shriek just rings throughout the, echoing down into the throne room of just this top of the lungs pain-filled cry.
Damn it. Johan is going to bolt to the source of that noise.
You heard it from upstairs, presumably the diplomat quarters. It is, as you go up the stairs, you do recognize it as Ariana's scream.
Knew it!
Knew it! She is... Well, you're going to be able to track her as it is coming to an end. She is... as you bust into the mage's quarters, she is on the floor, writhing. Writhing? Writhing. I think that's... yeah.
Writhing.
Writhing. Tarum has his hand on... has his sword drawn and pointed at Alis, and she has a hand up at him of just, like, you know, stop, as she's, you know, looking at Ariana. There are black veins coursing through Ariana's skin, slowly shrinking and disappearing. And she's, as you all, I'm assuming, is anybody else coming with Johan?
Yeah, I mean, I'd go with.
Yeah, as you all each, like, you know, burst into this room, she's gonna say, I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told her knight. It's not an easy spell, and it hurts. I'm sorry, but it's gonna work. Ariana is screaming at the top of her lungs on the floor, just...
Alright. Can I, like, immediately Warhammer the shit at Alis to break her concentration?
She's not concentrating on anything.
She's not holding a hand up and, like, absorbing the energy from Ariana or anything?
No. Alright, so these veins are, you know, just like you know, it looks like you see Ariana's veins, like something is flowing through them and just, like, shrinking. So, like, you see her arm covered in them, and they're just, like, receding and receding and receding and receding. Tarum has his sword pulled on Alis. Alis has her hand up at Tarum of just, like, halt. Like, you know, like, hey, I'm not, like, calm down. And she's looking down at Ariana. She's not concentrating on, like, any incantation, any, like, her hands making any sigils or gestures. For the most part, other than her staff on her back, she's not armed. After about, like, 10 seconds of this, Ariana is going to quiet, slowly, breathing on the ground. Is she even conscious? She passes out.
Johan's going to step up and go, what did you do to her?
She's going to say what I said I was going to do to her.
What did you say you were going to do to her?
And she's gonna look and say she's warded against those spirits out there. She'll be good to travel to Somia now. Tarum narrows his eyes at her, sheaths his sword, and bends down at her side and begins, like, smacking her face lightly. She is still breathing.
Johan's going to turn to Alice and goes, "What exactly does that spell do?"
She's gonna say, "Look, you really wouldn't understand it."
I'm going to pull my warhammer out and go, "Try me."
She is, she's gonna say, "Well, if you, must know, if, anything, tries to attach to, her spirit, it'll be poison. Anything extraworldly, otherworldly, celestial, it will wither and rot upon contact with her."
All right. What did you do to her soul to cause that?
She's gonna say a powerful concoction that I learned about from the rivers of Alyan.
What side effects are there?
She's gonna say, "The city is under siege, and you're gonna question me about medicinal practices?"
I'm going to question you about killing Magnate.
Yeah, he's never been good for priorities.
And she's gonna say, "It's never been used before."
That seems reckless.
And she's gonna point up and say, "In case you weren't aware, reckless times call for reckless measures."
Look, you don't.
Or desperate times calls for reckless measures.
You don't have to tell me. I was there when it started.
Mm-hmm.
Has Ariana regained consciousness?
I will roll her a Constitution save. Not yet. Alice is, looking down at Tarum, who's, still at her body, and she's gonna say, "Look, I said it was painful." She'll wake up soon. You just have to give her some time. Can't you just get her a carriage and carry her there? He's gonna look up at her and say, "You don't speak! I've been protecting her since she was a child." He goes silent, looking at you, and then back down to her body. Alice looks at, the party. Alice, just puts up her hands, conceding defeat, and then Tarum is is characteristically silent. He weighs in only, when Ariana asks for his opinion.
Can we get Barty to do half? Our party sucks at wisdom checks.
No, our party does not suck on wisdom checks.
Never mind. You're right. We have someone who can do a medicine check and make sure that she's going to be all right.
Father A pulls out a dagger. "Everything I do for her."
I swear to fucking God.
No, I like Ariana. Okay, I don't treat all Bertolds with fucking daggers. It's actually oath blades, but yeah, I'd walk up and do a medicine check.
Okay.
Since it's being, demanded of me.
And what are you trying to do? Are you trying to discern stuff about her, or are you trying to rouse her?
Rouser.
Okay. Yeah. On a 17, you're going to just be able to test her body in a few points. Kind of see, I don't know, hit a pressure point on her, and she's just gonna kind of come to gasping, coughing a little bit, and she is awake. Looking, she's going to put her hands on her. She's going to put her hands on her chest, kind of where the all of the corruption was around the edges of her body, seeping inwards to the center of her, and she's going to pull up her robes and dress, looking at the center of her chest, seeing nothing there. And she's going to look at Alis and say, "Did it work?" Alis nods. She picks herself up off the ground.
All right. I guess I lower my hammer, but still keep an eye on Alis.
Oh, Alis looks like she's full of all the shit.
Gosh, she's glad I'm a pacifist. I'd want to knock her teeth in right now. Just like, I had this unbridled rage behind my eyes, but the inability to do so.
Oh.
I didn't hurt
She uses
harm
the
you.
Cruciatus curse on your magnate, and you don't do anything. I kill a random stranger.
If there was a portal open to hell, I'd push her through it.
I mean, you can talk to Father A's god.
Yeah.
Yeah. She. One of the things, Ariana and Tarum don't know anything about magic. That is the crucial thing of like this country. Presumably, you guys can take Alis's word for it. Otherwise, you can do whatever you'd like.
Well, like, the only thing I can think I could do is to do an Arcana check on it to see if I can discern any side effects or, like, anything that will cause her harm.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check. Bartholomew will assist you. Roll it with advantage. He'll, like, kind of be inspecting over her body.
Reverse.
I feel like we should do that in reverse.
Well, Bartholomew's not here. Roll me the check. Well, you know what? I will roll it for Taylor. Yeah, he's Bartholomew's going to roll a 20. I don't want to control every single person tonight. So Bartholomew's just kind of mumbling under his breath as he goes through and does this. And Johan is like, this is enough of Johan's job that he understands what Bartholomew is talking about. And
I am proficient in Arcana checks, just an FYI.
Yeah, information Johan is going to get from this. Inspecting the, like, residual regents in the room. And, what's going on with Ariana's body. Bartholomew and Johan can summarize that she might be could probably be protected. Likely not because of a boon, but instead because of a curse.
That's what I thought. I was worried that it would have some Urkus nonsense where her soul was, whatever.
You said it like the bad thing. Urkus's taint saved Dilo and Rona.
I mean...
He's a national treasure.
Fair.
I mean, you get... both of you are also able to surmise, because it is a 24, super high. Both of you are also to surmise that there is probably a lot more to this spell than Alis let off initially.
Oh, I know there is. Just, we're on a time crunch, and it's either fight Alis or go and actually stop some pirates from reclaiming their booty.
Alis bows and says, "If that's all, Magnate, I'd like to pack up my stuff too. There are people in the city that I need to see and secure their safety."
I want to lead into Ariana and tell her not to trust Alis and to keep a close eye on her own body, as I feel this is a curse and not something helpful.
You whisper that? Roll me a stealth check. You're attempting to beat Alis's passive perception.
Nope.
Nope.
What is that? 7? Okay, yeah, you're gonna be like, don't trust her. And Alis is gonna say, after everything I've done for you, I'm sorry my methods can be a bit extreme, but sometimes extremities yield great results. When you finish saving your country today, I'll be waiting here for you to thank me. And she's going to look at the rest of the party and Ariana and say, you know what? Get out of my quarters. Ariana weakly is going to say, I'm the magnet. Get out of my quarters. And Tarum, helping her up, is going to just like look with all of the ferocity of a beast on a leash, grit teeth, eyebrows down, full of anger, help Ariana to her feet, looking back over his shoulder, walking out of the room with her. Same thing to the party. And she's going to gesture to the door and say, if you'd be so kind.
Of course, we have an apocalypse to it.
Yeah, I look to the rest of the party, and I guess we're all like really angrily walk out.
I mean, I'm calm.
Well, you have that cold anger.
No, well, I mean, yeah, that's my secret cap.
Yeah.
I'm always a little pissed off.
Like there's anger in everybody's eyes, whether it's that cool seething anger or that hot-blooded anger.
For the sake of Cinder later, the party notices out of the regents used, there is a necklace with a wing charm on the middle, with a empty vial in the center of it. The wings built around it. That is the necklace Cinder described to you as her family heirloom that was stolen. Noticeably missing from it, like when you guys were doing the medicine check and going over the reagents used. That was one of the things just sitting on Alis's table. She said she used the water from the center of it. And that was, like a part of the medicine check. I wanted to point that out while Wesley was here, but, it's something you guys can inform him of later. I feel like Cinder wouldn't make huge waves, but just like, there it is. Anyways, where do you guys want to go?
That shit that Father A was talking about.
All right,
I talked about 2 of them. Which one do we want? Do we want the Eternity or do we want the Armir?
The one I personally believe we go with the one that the god is not going to appear on, because we take down 2 ships if we do that.
Then we're going for the Eternity.
All right, we're gonna come back to the party. Celebris.
Hey!
Woo! He's still here.
Flying over the city, it is chaos and hell. Some districts of the city have erupted into brawls. Other districts of the city are seemingly unaffected by these spirits. The cannons from the cannons are just raining in on the central island of the capital, and by the time that you fly to the Kalkin office, you are going to be coming head to head with this swarm of spirits that is pouring out from over the mountaintop and moving towards the city. You notice them coming towards you. If you head to the city proper on that small island where the Kalkin office is going to be at, they are going to get a chance to possess you.
Fuck. Jordan, because you're joining us tonight, odds or evens? I said Jordan, not Rob, damn it.
I went to the bathroom. Do you want to wait 3 minutes?
Fine. I head to the Koken office.
Alrighty. They can only attempt to do so once per day. So go ahead and give me a charisma save against their possession attempt.
Yelsong be with me tonight. 16.
I believe that beats it. Give me 1 second to look up the creature I based them on.
Ghosts.
I'm pretty sure it's good. I believe
Yeah,
it was a DC
alright.
15 when I had to do it.
Yeah. DC 16. This swarm is going to just like the bottom of a tornado of just swirling mist, and except instead of like one huge funnel, each of these are individual like pockets of mist. It's going to hit you like a spike, and you just pass straight through it. You feel insatiable bloodlust like coursing through you, and then you fight it off and head down into the city proper.
I just picture Celebrus is punching ghosts on his way through.
It's just like, get out of my castle or my city. The city proper. So you are able to head to the Kalkin office. The Kalkin office is warded. You can also see the army is marching through the north side of the city. You have...
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you have maybe 15 minutes before this city is overrun with them.
Celebrus is gonna just kick the door open.
You have a key!
No time to fumble for keys!
Alright, yeah, you don't have... Well, actually, it's a well-built door. Make me an athletics check. It's a well-built double door. Pax did not skimp when she rebuilt this place for you guys.
21!
Yeah, you were able to do so. Just, you know, breaking the hinges off the center of it, kicking the doors in. You step into the Kalkin office. Gosh, what type of scene do you walk in on? You are going to walk in on the weirdest thing. Probably Celebrus has seen since he's been here.
That's saying a lot.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah. So for the first time, Makana has her feet kicked up on the desk in the center of the office. Kytrina has her father's axe in her hand, the one with Kytrina's dried blood still on it. She is holding it near the fireplace. You can see you kicked in the door, and there was the briefest moment of a smile across both of their faces before, you know, holy shit, somebody just kicked in the door. And she drops the weapon, Makana, out of her relaxed stance, grabs for her enchanted or her possessed sword, and they're gonna notice it's you, and say, Celebrus, what are you doing back over here? We told you go get someplace safe. The siege is happening.
Ghost ships in the harbor. Johan betrayed us. Shit is going down. We need help.
Kytrina's gonna say, I sent Giovanna and Sindel to the Nakart Keep. It's just Makana and I here.
Well, that's a good thing it's you two, because we need help. The apocalypse is happening in the city right now.
Alright, so, same thing. A leg of that cloud is going to sweep down, and just that funnel spiral of spirits are going to come into the Kalkin office, but like they're gonna see it swirling outside of the door, and then just rush straight in the doorway, and then just kind of like there's an invisible barrier they can't get past, and there is just smoke clouding the entrance. Kaitrina is gonna say, I'll go get my sword. As she begins heading upstairs, Makana yells, "Grab my shield!"
I love how nonchalant they are right now!
I mean, this is what they do for a living.
Yeah, but it's just kind of like you kicked in the door and it's just like, we're gonna go party, bitches!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. Do I have my wallet?
Yeah, it's like, you want to kill some spirits?
Get my keys while you're up there.
Makana was in Red Axe for the Crimson Crusade, as was Bartholomew. It was basically this 2.0.
Alright. Silverus is going to look at them and say, do we have anything good against undead abominations summoned from hell? The bridge?
So, yes, you do. The Kalkin have an armory inside of... This was a side quest very early inside of your campaign. The member who had the key went into hiding, as is like within your the rules of the Kalkin. If you're compromised, get someplace safe. Kaitrina, Johan, and another member went into hiding. The third member had the key. He was killed in the city. You guys are unable to access your armory.
Celbrus is just going to look at him and say, or when they tell him that, do you have anything I can use to pick the lock?
She's gonna say it's gonna take an archmage to get past the abjuration spells on it.
For fuck's sakes.
But no, they don't have... Kaitrina's gonna roll a history check, and she's going to say, I saw a set of thieves' tools in Sindel's things a few days ago. You could perhaps try with those. Makana is going to look at her with like the most like gaping expression of like, you went through her things? I was just starting to like you again. Just what Celebrants have been used to for the past like week. They begin arguing. It's my order house. I can, and yeah.
Now is not the time to fight about this bullshit. The apocalypse is coming to the city.
And she's going, and Makana is going to yell and say, "Go grab the thieves' kit, or the thieves' tools." Kaitrina snarls and heads upstairs and grabs those two, bringing them back down. As she does, she's going to make an offhanded remark. Makana's going to make an offhanded remark at Celebrus of just, I bet while you're sleeping she went through all your stuff too.
That's fine. I don't really have anything to hide. By the way, Johan betrayed us and tried to kill Father Anderson.
Is he in jail?
Last I knew he was.
And she's gonna say, what brought this on? That doesn't sound like him.
We were on a mission with the Magnate. Anderson killed someone, or Johan spared, and he shoved them through a portal, leaving them behind in the enemy territory.
Makana's eyes are going to go wide and say, that doesn't sound like him. He's always struggled with the hard choices. You know, this one, and Kaitrina's going to come back with the thieves' tools at this point. She hands them to Celebrus. Makana, of course gives her the horrible, bland stink eye. Or I guess probably cold expression instead. But she's going to accompany you into the basement. And she's going to explain, like, well, of course she's going to point out the secret room for the armory. And she's going to explain, like, while you're down there trying to pick it, about all the times when, you know, somebody needed to be killed, targets like children possessed or things like that, that they had to either call in Makana or a different Kelkin member to do because Johan wouldn't do it. And finally concluding, like, he's finally getting to make some hard choices.
Alright. Can Makana help me with these tools check? I am proficient.
I mean, she can, yeah, she'll provide the help action, telling you about the abjuration spells on it. What's the highest you can roll?
With proficiency, it would be a 26.
Alright, go for it.
Nope. Sorry. So I will roll. I don't have it set up on the way it should be, so I will roll a dexterity check with advantage plus my proficiency, so 4. So it'll be an extra plus 4, okay?
Okay. Okay.
So that's a 21?
Yeah, that is, that's, not going to, open it.
Damn it!
So
that's a good check.
Yeah, each attempt with Makana's help is going to change from a 6-second attempt to a 12-second attempt. You guys are both taking actions on this thing. And you are, and this isn't counting against you. I told you it was going to be about 15 minutes before this area is overrun. You're about 7 minutes into that. You can keep making checks as much as you want, though. I just want.
Do I hear like any of the locks or any of the tumblers going, or no?
Yeah, you get a feel for this. It is a near impossible check to beat. Putting it somewhere between 25 and 30.
Oh god! So I have to roll a nat 20.
More or less.
All right, that's another 12 seconds it takes you to do that. That's not going to get it. Makana is going to say, look, we should just go. Nobody can get into the vault. Everything that's in there is secured. We can lock up the dungeon and no one can get down here either.
I'm going to try 2 more times.
Alright, go for it. Yeah, this thing is kicking Celebrus's butt. You might even feel the lock shifting inside. Perhaps, you know, to different tumbler combinations as you're doing this.
Damn it!
Celebrus wanted nice weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Silvers is ready to just like rip the door off the hinges.
I would say that would be an even harder check, putting it at 30 to 35, which would be impossible.
Is it an athletics check?
Yeah, it would be athletics. I mean, I'd allow you to do that, but I'm just saying where it is on the table that, you know, like, ranks skill challenges, of just telling you, like, what it's at. Of, like, Celebrus, like, feels at this, and he's like, yeah, this thing's gonna require some God-given miracle.
Yeah, no. He's just like, after pulling on it now, he's just like...
You know what's sad? You have a higher percentage to rip off the vault door than you have to break into it.
I know, I do.
It's harder to do so, but hey, that's how life works. Yeah, you would be able to roll that with advantage too, as you know, like at that, Makana would try and pry with you. This thing is not going anywhere.
I'm gonna try one more time. If this doesn't work, we're running.
Okay. You have about 5 more minutes to, like, sprint out of this side of town. Yeah, that's not gonna beat it either.
Yeah, I know. Alright, he's not feeling it budge. He's like, fuck this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Alright.
I will fuck with this later.
Makana is going to, because they don't know you have fly, and she's going to say, you take the horse. Katrina and I will catch up. We can defend ourselves if we get overrun running out of here.
I can fly us over the river to get to where we need to go.
2 people? Alright. So...
Well...
Yeah, no, you're good to do that, because, Celebris is so, strong. I always assume fly works on the same strength of, like, if you can carry it walking, you can carry it flying. So both Makana and Katrina are going to be terribly heavy in plate mail. If you want to fly them successfully to wherever you want to go, I'm going to say that's going to be on the hard check level of an athletics check. Well, hey, look, Wesley's back. It's great. I'll summarize what happened once we put the party back together, Wesley.
Hello.
Alright,
so,
I will use my inspiration that you gave me last session just in case.
Okay, it's a DC 15 athletics check. Alright. You are able...
Didn't need it, but fuck it.
I'm assuming you're flying to the keep, because this is about the time that the party is hearing Ariana shriek. And
yeah, I'd be flying back to the keep with them in my arms.
Okay. We'll rejoin the... We'll put the party back together as you guys step outside of the gates. Real quick for Wesley and for Cinder. What's happened? The party has gone to the... Oh, Cinder took damage, but she has evasion. Whatever. It's minimal. The party has gone to the keep. The Sage's Tower, where Ariana holds her meetings, was blasted off of the keep. Ariana and a lot of councilmen...
What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Ships are sieging the capital right now. The council... a lot of councilmen died in the fall. The tower, falling from where it was at. Ariana had to defend against a horde of possessed soldiers attacking her. Johan rescued her, Tarum, and High Councilwoman Estelle. From there, she gave the party orders on taking down the boat, and she was going to rally the forces of Storm's Nest and the Nakart Keep to fight the horde of the army raiding the city in the north. Her court mage, Alice, said that if she steps outside of the palace, she'd be susceptible to the spirits trying to possess her, and that Alice had a spell to ward against that. Dami and Bartholomew didn't know of any spell that could do such a thing, and they are both high-level wizards, and did not trust her. But Ariana walked off with Alice, and a few minutes later, and this is where Cinder comes in, a few minutes later, they heard Ariana screaming. Alice's way of protecting the magnate, of protecting Ariana, was by cursing her. Their party's not certain what the curse does on her, but they assume it does more than what Alice just described it does. The regents that Alice used to do the curse involved the water out of Cinder's necklace. Cinder saw her necklace on the table of the in the mage's quarters as the party was leaving. The party has decided to go take on the ship called the Eternity as the first ship to fight. And that's
Okay.
where we're gonna pick up with everybody coming together outside of Zenith Rise. Descending like an angel, it's Celebris with Makana hoisted on one arm and Kytrina on the other.
Welcome to the apocalypse. Glad you could join us.
I brought some help.
Makana reunited with Johan is gonna say, I heard you tried to kill someone.
Present.
I didn't try to kill them. Try to teach them a lesson.
Yeah, so that lesson was apparently how to die. Luckily, he's bad at it.
Once again, we'll discuss this after the apocalypse is settled.
We have ghost ships to sink.
All right. The party can head towards the north side of the city. At this point, it's not as dangerous as when the siege first started, because
There's not enough things to blow up, be shrapnel.
yeah, most of the tall buildings that would fall on you have already been targeted. That said, you all can still be targeted.
Celebris is going to take point because if anything does come flying at him, he can try to use deflect missile to block it.
Okay. Between flying to the Calcan office, the roleplay there, and flying back, your fly is going to be on its last legs.
No, that's fine. He would be like running and or taking the lead in front of everyone, deflecting anything that might be coming in.
You see in the bay, just like the picture below. Well, not like the picture below, because all the little ships that would have been around it when it fell would have all been either possessed, killed, murdered, or sunk by now. You see the ghostly haunting debris of smaller ships floating around this large warship vessel. On the side of it are probably at least 10 to 18 cannons, just blasting consistently these clouds of green mist and cannons raining into the city. You can see this ship is manned by spectral figures. There appears, well, from this distance down here, you can't see who's giving orders.
Right. Do we see any way to board the ship? I think if there ladder or planks or any way.
So it is the tail end of winter. It is a bone-chilling swim. About 200 yards into the bay.
You said the fly potion is up by now?
Yes.
Celebris just looks at the rest of the party. There's another potion of fly there. I can drink that and just start carrying everyone up onto the ship.
Barty, Thalin, do you have any solutions?
Does Barty know fly? Let's see, fly's a second level spell. He does not. Does Thalin know fly?
I feel like Thalin does because he said he would have cast it on me.
Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna open Thalin's sheet so it's I have it constantly available. Did somebody just say wait? Thalin knows fly, and fly's a third level spell?
That sounds right.
Yeah, he can cast it in a 4th level slot and target 2 people.
He looks at Johan as Thalin says that. You got the muscle to carry people, or should we do me and Katrina instead?
Well, we have 2, so we have 3 total people who can fly. We currently have, 7 people total?
Alright, give me one, you can keep discussing this.
Yeah, I believe it's, so it's the 4 people in this Discord, plus 8. It's 8 people.
Quick question:
6 people in the
Can
party,
you benefit from 2 buff potions at the same time?
Yes, they don't require concentration.
You just you can't benefit from the same spell twice.
Okay, so I could
Like,
do
you
fly and I could do speed at the same time.
Yeah,
Speed doesn't last very long.
yeah, I would wait on that.
Well, I know, but fly lasts an hour, so it would take longer for it to channel out of my system if need be.
No, I meant like I don't know if you'd be able to make flight. Speed does not last long. It's like a minute. Yeah, 1 minute.
But I know what I was saying is, if I can't benefit from 2 potions, I'd rather drink the speed potion than the fly potion.
Well,
So, to
my
break
thing
down
is,
the
if we have
math, while
three
we're
people-
arguing about something that doesn't matter, if we use the remaining potion of fly, we could fly everybody.
Yeah,
Because Celebris and Johan can carry 2 each, and presumably, well, Tritina or Makana should be strong enough to carry somebody else.
that's what I was going to say. After I got done with the whole potion of speed, does not necessarily, no, probably wouldn't help here.
And also, while we're potentially at it, I don't know how it works when you use. I don't know how it works in like higher slots. / I don't really want to, be
Waste one.
dipping too hard into Thalen's resources. He has the meta magic that lets you.
I just researched that. If he casts it in a 3rd level slot, he can affect 2 people with fly. If he casts it in a 4th level slot, he can affect 2. If he casts it in a 4th level slot, he can't twin it. But if he casts it in a 3rd level slot, he can twin it.
Yeah. So So that was the other thing.
And I was going to say it'd probably be better if you twinned it.
It'd probably be better if you twinned it. I mean, sorcery points are great and all, but the 4th slot for like a blend spell.
Plus, if you need more sorcery slots, you can just burn a 1st level slot.
But anyways, we have the resources necessary to not worry about hasting
Yeah.
our travel.
No, more or less, I was making sure that if I were the one to drink the fly potion, I could still drink the speed potion for combat.
All
Yeah, I
right.
think,
As
yeah,
you
I
guys
think you
are
could be-
talking here, one of the cannoneers locks onto the party. Another DC 13 reflex saving throw as a cannon collides with the foundation of this area.
Yeah,
Can I try to intercept it to do deflect missile?
Yeah, I'll allow you to stop the. I'll allow you to try and take the brunt of the cannon. You can deflect it, and here's how it's gonna go. I think you have to roll to touch its attack. On deflect missile, you are going to take the force of the cannon and stop the shrapnel from, no shrapnel exploding. That said, the fire is still going to pass over you.
The way it works is I roll a D10 plus my dex plus my monk level to reduce damage of it.
Okay, and
If it counts as a
whatever,
range.
whatever you reduce, it, you're going to take half of it, and then you're going to take half of it, and then
7 plus 6 is... So yeah, I stopped 13 damage of it.
all right. So you stop 13 damage of it, and that's great. So you're going to take half of that 13, or half of the remaining damage, which is 1 point of fire damage, as the fire passes over you, and everybody else is going to take the 1 point regardless too, because half of it is,
Hey, Brandon,
Oh, it's
I
just
can
1
avoid
point.
all half damage because I have Shield Master.
Okay, yeah, you can use your bonus action to shield from this fire. There is, Celebris just, stopping and trying to catch this thing just into him. In the palm of your hand, there is this about as big as a basketball, maybe just a little bit smaller. There is a cannon ball there. It sloshes as there's probably something inside of it.
Jeez, I can see why that killed auras.
Alright, so fly now,
Potions.
correct?
Makana, Katrina, you should drink the potion. You're stronger.
Celebrus just says, give me the potion. I can move faster than them on their normal fly or movement speed.
Pretty sure fly just gives you a flying speed.
Not
But the potion does your movement speed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright,
Okay,
Valen
well, yeah.
is going to cast Fly on...
Cast him on both Makana and Katrina, because both their movement speeds is way faster than mine.
Well, no, fly. The spell fly is 60 feet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Yeah,
at that
he's-
point, it's just who can carry.
Gotcha. Who's faster?
He's
So
going
who's
to
stronger?
I mean,
cast
who's
it...
faster needs the potion.
Yeah, he's going to cast it on Johan, because Johan needs to... Johan needs to be able to keep up with everybody. And then he's also going to cast it on Makana.
Alright, and Celebrus will drink the last potion of fly.
Okay. And how do you guys want to divvy up people of like people being held?
Who's the squishiest? I'll grab them because I have an aura around me.
You probably want to hold the sorceress.
Yeah.
The sorcerer and the rogue.
So I'll grab
Say-
Stalin and Barty.
All right.
I'll grab Anderson and Cinder.
Okay, Makana's gonna grab Katrina and
Are they gonna bicker the whole time?
Father A. Probably so.
No, I got
I'm
Anderson.
with
I got
Celebrus.
Anderson.
Oh,
and Cinder.
okay. So
It's just Makana and Katrina.
oh, it's just Makana. Oh my God! All right. So yes.
Could have amped this up a little bit better.
Okay, so you begin flying towards this ship. Spectral people line the entire deck. As they do, you guys are in the auras of three paladins like charisma save aura.
Come at us, bitches.
Yeah,
the
I'm.
Venn diagram. The Venn diagram.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother making everybody roll on. I am not gonna. I said I wasn't gonna bother making everybody roll on the possession table or against a possession attempt. But
Celebrus is fine because he's immune for 24 hours, and so is Anderson, right?
yeah, Celebrus and Anderson are immune. A spirit is a stray spirit. I rolled a D100 and got a 99, so I just feel like something's not going to go in your favor here. A stray spirit is going to come and target, let's see, Father A's fine, Makana, 1, Katrina, 2, Johan, 3, Cinder, 4, Bartholomew, 5, Thalin, 6, and that's everyone. 2. Katrina rolls a charisma save against being possessed and beats it with a 19 before any bonuses and pushes this thing out.
Never mind, we're good.
As she does, she's going to take out her sword, slashing at it, and Makana's going to yell at her and say, "Hold still!"
Because we had to get at least a little bickering in before.
Well, no, this isn't even the event yet. So, as you guys are flying towards the ship, you're going to see who's calling orders on it. It is some sort of winged creature. It is the only solid thing other than the ship and the materials on the ship on top of it. Which one is this? 2 Elstein. Okay.
Celebrus is just going to be like, oh, wow.
You see this winged
See, this is why I picked this.
creature. She is going to notice you flying towards her, and of course, the cannon shot that should have killed you didn't. And she's going to hold out her hand, and in white light, a scythe is going to form. And she is going to take to the sky and go after you. You guys meet in the sky 100 about 120 feet before the boat. You have 2 rounds of... Well, and before you even... that's where you're going to meet, 120 feet before the boat. You guys have easily 3 rounds of actions before she gets to you that you can do. But once she is in range of you, she's going to be able to pester you guys in the air for 2 rounds. What do you want to do?
Celebris is just going to look at the others that are flying too and say, "Book it!" And he's going to just start dashing towards the boat.
You get me in range of that harlot and I can hit her.
Can Cinder able to take a shot with her short bow?
It is hard to get a shot, especially with how you're being held by Johan. Okay. You can. It's going to be with disadvantage.
I assume she's not in range of my my searing bolts.
Yeah, at this point, she's about at the time that you guys notice her, she's about just 200 feet out in the distance, like this winged speck, and then she takes to the sky and starts approaching. You're like, what is that an angel? That's not an angel. Yeah, that 9 is going to miss.
Celebris is just going to say, "Get to the boat and I'll take care of the bitch."
Alright, Celebris is leading the charge. You are going to be the first one she collides with. Everybody who is carrying somebody, go ahead and give me those athletic checks. You are going to have disadvantage as she's going to harass you for the first round of your athletics checks. Alright, go ahead and roll me one for Johan. Oh, I gotta roll one for Makana. This is gonna be fantastic.
Not good, Johan.
Hey, I'm trying.
I mean, with disadvantage? Or... That's with disadvantage, right?
Yeah, it is with disadvantage. Yeah. She is harassing you guys for this first round.
A 14 for disadvantage, I don't think it's terrible. Like, it's, you'd rather have it be...
Who's Johan holding?
I'm holding the Bardian.
Okay, I made the check, assuming, you had plate mail people originally, but I will say because those, you're holding, the 2 squishiest people. I will say like 14 for you is going to be okay on that. Go ahead.
Doesn't matter because I guess it doesn't matter because you wouldn't get an advantage. But Celebris is also not holding people with armor.
Oh yeah. You have Father A and who's the other one? Cinder.
Cinder.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll move them both down to 14 for both of you. Makana. Holding Kytrina in plate mail armor is going to have to make this.
Well, she came after me. Wouldn't the others be okay right now?
No, she is a. You can think of this angel thing as like a bullet, just or not a bullet, but kind of like the quickness of a fly moving around you, making attempts. She actually tried to attack all of you with a flyby attack. She missed. But she is harassing the whole lot of you.
Wait,
yes.
Just a follow-up question.
Go ahead.
If she's in range, because she's trying to harass us, I mean, she might be moving really fast. Basically, Can I fire off, like, a radiant sunbolt at her?
You can when she comes by. Her flyby does not trigger attacks of opportunity, though.
Okay. I just gotta know when she's actually in range.
Yeah, each round she's going to pass by all of you. Alright, so, Makana is going to drop Kytrina as Makana has to fly out of the way of this moon lit scythe. And Kytrina is going to plunge towards the waters. And Kytrina's going to take... she wasn't flying high above, but she's going to take half of the falling damage she normally would. Because she plunges into water. It still hits against her. Kytrina...
I love that mid-max.
Yeah, exactly. Kytrina, you guys are going to see her fall as Makana is delayed going back for her.
Maloney, that's the wrong paladin here.
Yeah, Makana. The angel is going to, or the fallen angel is going to stop worrying about Makana and Kytrina and focus her attention on the rest of the party. I'm not going to put it at disadvantage this time. The check just got a lot harder with her focusing specifically on you two. To land on her boat, it's going to be a DC 17 athletics check, not to get dropped. Not to get attacked. Celebris, also, versing your AC, 22.
Oh, that hits.
Okay.
So she's in range, right? Can I hit her?
Yes, you can. You can also roll one for last turn too.
Okay.
But
follow-up question. Sorry.
Yes.
Do I have a thing for this? I should have it. Oh, there we go. Follow-up question. Can I get my extra attack off, or is it just like because I'm, nestled in Celebris's arms?
Rip everything.
Oh, Johan.
I'm gonna give you inspiration.
It doesn't matter. Because, wait, didn't I have disadvantage?
No, you did not have disadvantage.
Okay. Okay, cool.
You don't get the 28, but you get to reroll it.
Yeah, you can reroll that check.
Sorry, then...
21.
That 21 is going to pass. Celebris makes it. That Moon Scythe Claw... There we go. Celebris takes 13 points of slashing damage and 20 points of frost damage.
Oh, wow. So 33?
Yes. You are able to land on her boat. Makana will join in initiative next, or at the end of the round with Kytrina.
Did she get hit by those 18s?
The 18s do hit. You can roll damage on both of those.
And then follow-up question, like I said, do I get my extra attack because it's like a turn, or is it like are we ruling that because I'm all like...
Yeah, you're not taking a well, can you take your extra attack just by shooting a sunbolt regularly?
Yeah, I can't take my bonus. Like it's ruled weird for my bonus action attack. Like I have to do it specifically.
Okay, so if you take the attack action, you can substitute your attacks with sunbolts. You can take the attack action on your turn. You would have your extra attack. And
I assume the 13 misses.
Let's go to the combat grid.
Yay.
So, this is Storm's Nest, just because I have to scroll twice. I didn't draw this out. I actually spent some time researching ships, and I just got one that looked, very appropriate to a war vessel. That way, I didn't have to go through and... you all are going to be landing on the top... you're going to be landing on the top floor of this vessel. I'm going to put you just south of it. The first image is the deck. The second image is below the deck, and the third image is the lowest level of the hall. The creatures on the deck are irrelevant to you. Irrelevant? Yeah, there we go. Because as you pass by them, they don't even notice you. They just keep loading, or they keep bringing. They keep bringing cargo down below decks. You guys actually pass through them as you are landing.
So
you can.
Is it kind of like they're? Sorry, you were gonna say that, but so basically they're like almost like they have a job. They do their job.
Yeah.
This thing's almost like autopilot.
Yeah. This let's show her. Well, doesn't even represent her. Why would it not do that? Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just going to put her name template on here. So, Elstein the Cod, show template. All right.
Celebrus needs healing.
And turn order. Before you don't roll initiative yet, we're going to clear the turn order. All right, go ahead and target your characters, and then roll your. Then you can roll initiative.
Alright, I'm on my phone, so it's going to be a pain to try to click my token right now. Just give me a second.
Okay.
Come on, phone. Go down.
I specifically designed this fight so I wouldn't have to control a bunch of NPCs. And then what you guys did was you got a bunch of NPCs and brought them with you, and then half your party AFK'd. And I was just like, hey, Brandon, control my character. And just like, well, I'm still controlling. I look forward.
The boss, no, sorry. The boss is going to win initiative.
It's always great when they attack first.
Brandon, I can't select my token right now, so I'm just going to roll initiative. Would you mind please adding it in?
Yes, I will. Or no, I don't mind.
Also, she took 23 points of radiant damage.
Hey, guess what, Rob?
What?
She's not first.
Oh,
Party roll 23.
what a hero.
That means he can cast haste on everybody else.
Celebrus is last. That is not good.
I like how Johan's before Father A.
Did Celebrus roll a 0? Oh no, okay, I have to add it. I was like, what? Alright, 5 and
Holy shit, Brandon.
what?
Actually, you control my character.
My gosh. Whoa, what's going on with this initiative, man?
Who's got the higher initiative? The crazy demon woman or Thalin?
Probably
Thalin.
crazy demon woman.
Alright, she is give me 1 second real quick to just read everything I gave her. Oh, no. Yeah, she has +4. She moves before Thalin. Okay. Alright, so, she is going to be descending above the ship. You can place yourself however you want on the first ship. She is 30 feet above it, lowering herself down. And I'll put her over the edge because she's going to be lowering diagonally. At the start of combat.
I think you're on the wrong ship there, Johan.
He said the first one.
Yeah, that's Johan's on the right one. That's the.
Oh, weird.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm not going to assume. Well, that's a good point. Like, I would have to be near Celebrus by virtue of he was the one that lowered me down.
Saying we're Barty and Thalin with me.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to where I can get to the right ship. I'm sorry, give me a second, guys.
Okay, stairs are difficult terrain.
Okay, I'm not a great.
So Cinder would be around Celebrus, I'm assuming. So like right there.
Oh gosh, I control Thalin and Bartholomew.
Hey, put them behind the tank, not in front of the tank.
Okay.
Also, wait, Anthony, is that where you're gonna be? Are you like?
I would figure Celebrus would probably, even though he's like bleeding profusely right now.
Hey, Celebrus, I can promise you, if you stay near me, I can help that.
Yeah, Celebrus would probably be just relatively close to Johan for healing purposes.
Cinder will be making her way up the stairs to try to get out of reach of most combat.
Yeah, let me put it this way. on a scale of 1 to 4, Celebrus has lost about 3. And I just closed out of roll 20. God fucking damn it. Give me a second.
Do you not
My
have
phone
a computer to
hates
sit
me
at
tonight.
right now?
No, I am at
just-
my parents' campsite, and I'm going off of my phone at the moment.
I just noticed. It like just occurred to me that DM NPCs all critted their initiative rolls.
No, that's what we were talking about earlier.
I was like, whatever, okay, he's got this. It's like, oh, she's not gonna be. I'm like, and then I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, oh, damn. I needed Brandon to roll my initiative.
Right?
Yeah, Celebrus is behind Johan.
Father
Hey, good
A's
throw.
behind Johan.
I wish I was behind you.
Well, initiative order you are.
Well, yes, but I meant physically. I don't like you, but you're a goddamn good shield.
Hey, Celebrus is a good tank, generally.
You're gonna
Not when he takes 33 damage at one time.
Alright, is everybody good to go for combat?
I was not raging. I would have shrugged off a good chunk of that if I was.
Yeah, yep. I'm ready.
Alright, so, at the start of combat, everyone here is telepathically in their head as she's lowering herself down. Beckoned and called. I've come at my goddess's will to reap the worthy souls to the bridge. Yeah, that's it. It's Bartholomew's turn, which I control. Great. Let's see. Bartholomew is going to be thinking about that fireball right off
Why
the
not
bat.
think about that haste on, your tank?
No, I'm all for fireballs. Let's go full Altus.
I mean, he
I'm
would
good with
also
that.
be.
Burn this biddy to the ground. Let's burn this biddy to the ground. Also, if he hits in the right spot, the cannons will explode.
All right. He is going to cast. God.
Twin haste on the 2 tanks.
He
He can't
well,
twin
yeah,
haste. Yeah.
Oh,
Only Thal can do that. Sorcery
Yeah.
points.
You know what? Bartholomew is going to cast. He's gonna cast Mage Armor on himself.
Actually, probably the wisest move.
Hold on, wait. I always forget what this does. Until the spell ends, protect against certain types of
No,
gain
not
several
concentration.
benefits. Has disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. Target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target's already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature. All right. Oh, hey, look, that's a spell that
spell that makes
yeah,
you can't be
against
possessed.
possession. Yeah, I forgot about
Nice.
protection from.
He lied. He
Wait, you
lied.
said Mage Armor, Brandon. This is protection from good and evil.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was. Bartholomew is going to have a loose identity of what these creatures are. He is instead going to use his action to roll a history check, and gosh. Oh, I thought he'd be trained in history. Alright, 17.
Oh yeah, does Father A know what we're dealing with?
You can use your action to make a history check. If you
Yeah,
do,
no
you discern statistics and information about it. Alright.
That's a turn wasted not sending her to the bridge.
Angels. Oh, what? They have layer actions. I always forget about that.
Oh God, is this your lair? This would be your lair.
So we gotta burn it down.
This edition, they actually don't have anything in the monster manual about identifying monsters, so I'm going to do it on the same table for skill checks. This wouldn't be obscure knowledge, but it would be rare knowledge, and I'm going to put it at hard. Bartholomew rolls a 17 on his check. He's going to tell you that you guys are dealing with a fallen angel from the bridge, often known as a Heraf, a personal messenger of the goddess of death. You guys learn her statistics.
Oh, okay.
Cool. So she has a bajillion hit points. She hits like a truck.
Yeah, Celebris can attest to that. She hits like a fucking truck.
Alright. And that's his action, and I'm not going to do anything with this bonus action. That's the end of his turn. It is Elstein's turn. She... Oh, I could murder you, roll 20. Okay, there we go.
Man, when he first started that sentence, I thought he was going to murder us.
No, he's gonna murder Celebris.
Yeah, she's going to move, descending down 30 feet diagonally. And as she does, she flexes her wings and does that. Give me a wisdom saving throw. Celebris, Father A, Cinder, Bartholomew, Johan, and Thalin.
Nailed it.
DC 17 wisdom save. Oh. And I'm outside of fucking Johan's thing.
That's why I say, damn it, Celebris. Because I did.
What's Johan's charisma modifier?
My charisma mod?
Yes.
Is +2.
+2? Okay, Thalin fails. Alright, it is 3d8 necrotic. If you failed, you take 3d8 necrotic and you are frightened for 1 minute. If you passed, you take half that damage and you are not frightened. Her wings extend above her head, behind her. While they are black in nature, they begin to glow in the same manner of her sphere. Eventually, just sending out the sickening, pale white light from them. You feel terrified at the specter of death in front of you. That was her turn. It is... that is not something she can do every turn. That recharges on a D5. Or on a 5 on a D6. I didn't put its recharge on there. But yeah, she can't do that every turn. It did not recharge. Go ahead. It's say that again.
When taking damage, it's half rounded up, correct?
Yes. Oh, it's Thalin's turn, and I control him too. Do you guys want to control Thalin or Bartholomew?
I mean, I'll control parties and buff myself.
Okay. So, Thalin, God, he has a bunch of HP.
He's also frightened.
Yeah, he takes 13 points of damage, goes to that. He is frightened, and he has to roll a Constitution save to maintain on fly. He loses his ability to maintain fly. Makana and Kaitrina will have to swim here.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's almost... I didn't even plan that, but that's great. I don't have to control more NPCs. Yeah, Thalin is going to haste. He's gonna haste Father A and Celebris with a twinned haste spell. He has used 2 third-level slots. That is his turn. He has 1 third-level slot left. It is Cinder's turn.
Cinder's gonna move there. She has second story work, so climbing up this point right here doesn't cost any movement, so she can go all the way up here.
Okay.
She can hide behind that water wheel, or that wheel, right?
Yeah, that's the that's
Anchor.
the yep. I researched nautical terms and I was like, I can't remember all this. And
Yeah, okay. She's gonna hide behind that and then fire at Elstein. She's frightened, so she has disadvantage?
she has
I'm assuming?
yes, she does have disadvantage.
Okay.
I will also allow anybody to do an action on their turn to still their nerves, and try and beat the check again to get rid of your fear. But yeah, you can.
Wait, that saving throw wasn't a charm, was it? That was a frighten, I'm assuming?
Frightened.
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot. I keep forgetting I have Fey ancestry. I can't move my token anymore.
Really? Okay, yeah. I moved you up there because you didn't see you moving.
Yeah, I hadn't moved yet. Yeah, she's gonna fire her short bow at. So she has disadvantage?
Yes, she has disadvantage. Go ahead and roll it.
Please don't hit Celebresh right now.
The 15 is not going to hit.
Okay.
It
So
is Johann's turn.
Johann.
Johann of the Huns.
Johann has immunity to fear, doesn't he?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Well, maybe.
I don't think I do.
Okay.
I don't have anything written down
Put
saying
the fear of God into her.
But,
She serves
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, and so do I. Her God. This is a weird fight.
Yeah.
I'm going to move. That's not within range. You know what? I'll move right there first.
Okay, she is on the ground level in front of you.
Yeah.
Because we're not gonna do 3-dimensional combat. That
Thank
gets
you.
annoying.
So,
You're a saint. I mean, I wouldn't be against it if I had a chance to like hang on to her legs.
so
Be
the
like,
bonus
taking you
action,
with
I'm going
me.
to cast Sanctuary myself.
Okay.
And then as my full round action, I'm going to cast Aura Vitality. And everybody's is within range except for Cinder, who ran away.
Okay.
It's, 30 feet.
Yeah, it's
So-
one creature you have to pick though.
Yeah, I'm picking Celebrus this round.
Okay. By the way, if you are 10th level, your Aura of Courage, you can't be frightened while you are conscious.
Well, I am 9th level, Brandon.
Oh, okay.
I'm eighth and a half.
All right. So, it is Father A's turn.
Spirit of
Well, I
goddamn
need to know how
vengeance
much
time.
There you go, Celebrus. You got 8
Okay,
points of health
I
back.
saved a slot just for this.
66.
I am casting spiritual weapon,
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
and well, there we go. That was not. I didn't mean to roll that. I thought it was going to show it.
Okay. Yeah.
I think I'm stuck with that because I'm not going to position it.
Is Father A afraid?
No, I passed
Okay.
my wisdom check.
Yeah. You can position that behind and. Gosh, I need to keep a thing on here for your guys' spiritual weapon. You just hold it
Right
and
there.
click. Your spiritual weapon is going to come in the form of a skeletal scythe.
That's what I was going to summon.
Yeah.
Remember, who did we have that conversation with?
We were having that conversation today at lunch.
Yeah, at lunch.
I want to say it's a skeletal scythe because that's what he had on hand, not because.
Yeah, because it fits with your goddess.
All right. So it can flank with Celebrus. Celebrus is still threatening her.
Okay, so do you get advantage?
Yes. Yes, you do. The 24 does hit. How much radiant damage did you deal earlier?
23.
You dealt 23 earlier, and then
6 force damage.
6 force damage. Okay.
And then there's no way for me to flank, right? Me physically.
Not currently. You can move your sword on a bonus action on your next turn, and you can flank with it. You can also occupy the same space of your sword.
Oh, I can.
You can.
So I can move into my sword space.
Yes, it is a. I mean, it's not a medium creature. It's a tiny object floating. So.
And I don't know if it really has physical like.
Yeah.
I get hurt. Okay, so if I can do that, I'd sit in my sword space.
Okay.
So I can flank with. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, and then I'm hasted, right?
You are.
So I'm gonna throw out three attacks.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure only the 27 hits.
The 27 does hit.
What about the 16, just to be sure?
The 16 does not hit.
Okay. Because I think my radiants were 18, so I'm like, wait, I'm still establishing a range.
You are.
You have advantage, so.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so the 27, 16, and then, so that's, I'll do those two together.
Well, roll them all again, so that way see if you get a crit.
No, I was just establishing that I'm going to group those together, and then the 15 plus this next one. Okay, so that was 15.
Yeah.
And then I can throw the next one as the third one as an advantage roll.
Okay. You are aware of her statistics. She is a recorded creature. And so recorded creatures, you can figure out a lot about them by just checking on them. Things that you've never encountered before or that are unrecorded, aren't documented. So if I ever pull anything directly out of the monster manual or something like that, you guys can always check it. Her statistics, you have access to her character sheet now, as far as, understanding, like, her AC and other things.
Okay. Anyways, so the 20, so it would be a 27, a 15, and a 23.
Okay, the 23 hits.
Okay, so then on one of them, one of the ones that hit, I'm gonna spend a key point to stunning strike. She'll probably use her legendary action to resist it, but I'm making her burn it.
It's still legendary action.
Yeah, she's gonna have to fail it.
What's her wisdom or what's her con mod?
Oh wait! Is it a wisdom save or a con save?
Actually, I think it's a con save. I was asking what her con mod was because I.
Yeah,
her con's worse than her wisdom, so.
Yeah, she failed it. But yeah, she is going to burn a legendary action, as this is a legendary boss fight.
Do I want to burn it twice?
Where's the?
Can I burn it twice?
Yeah, you can burn it anytime.
Burn it twice.
You're not gonna read what she does as. Okay.
I hit her twice. I can burn it twice.
I am all right.
All right. Whew. She is going to make that one.
Well, I mean, those resistances recharge, so you got to do it in bunches.
Resistances don't charge. Legendary actions do.
Actions do. The
legendary, yeah, sorry, legendary legendary stuff. Or you got to burn through it.
I don't see legendary action on the skill sheet that Brandon made.
Yeah, I meant to give it to her for a solo fight. She has two of them. She has burnt through one. She also has a legendary action to make a single action. Within a round, she can't take the attack action.
Yeah, so she took 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And I have magic hands, so.
Alright. She's going to take that 12.
And then she also took, where was it? 6 force damage.
Yeah, I recorded that already. Alright, at the end of your turn, she's going to acknowledge you as a threat, and she's going to use her one legendary action on Father A. She attempts to touch your AC with her hand. It is a 4 plus 5 plus. It is a 21 versus your AC.
Damn! It's a 20 thanks to haste.
Okay. You feel the coldest you have ever felt in your entire life. And there you go. Oh, hey, I put the attack on there. I rolled with the die, but that is the effect right there. The chilling touch. You have vulnerability to frost damage. All right. Moving down the list, it's Celebrus's turn.
Okay, Brandon.
Yes.
Can I use my hasted action to drink a potion?
Yes, you can use your hasted action to use object as an action, and that object you interact with can be a potion.
I'm going to use the hasted action to drink the potion of heroism I have.
Okay.
Which gives me 10 temporary hit points and the spell of, or the benefits of bless.
All right.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to rage. Since I'm frightened, but Father Anderson is flanking with me, I roll with normal rolls.
Yeah, or it cancels out.
So I'm going to take one attack with the great axe.
Wouldn't you no longer be frightened because you're raging?
I don't think it works like that with rage, because I think that's just berserker.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say if you gain immunity to fear, that would cancel it. Let's see. While raging, you can't cancel rage last.
No, I do appear to be wrong.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about fear, but you are a very angry, afraid man, and that's where most rage spawns from, fear. So it's fair.
I'm pretty sure the immunity to fear is rage, is berserker rage.
Anyways,
go ahead and make your attack. I did forget a feat that I am going to calculate now. She has a multi-attack defense, but go ahead and make your attack roll.
Alright, so I'm going to attack normally with the great axe.
Okay.
That didn't roll, sorry. I clicked the wrong thing. Give me 1 second. There we go.
The 26 is going to hit.
I'm just gonna roll it because I can. I bless.
Alright. It deals 12 points of slashing damage.
It deals 14 because I am raging.
Okay. She takes.
And then even though it's magical.
Oh, is it +1 yet?
Kensei monks.
Oh, okay. It's
Kensei.
magic. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She doesn't. She takes full damage from it.
I am also going to use a key point to use my Kensei strike. Or my my one with the blade.
Okay. What she have to do?
Point. Magic Kensei drift strike. Excuse me. When you hit a target with a Kensei weapon, you can expend a key point to cause the damage on you to deal an extra damage target equal to your monk martial arts die. This feature can only be used once per turn. So I hit her for it's an extra D6.
Okay, I'll roll it for you. So oh, okay, you got it.
I got it.
All right.
And I'm going to also hit her with an unarmed strike this turn, not as a bonus action because I raged, but as my normal attack action.
Okay, go ahead and make it.
And I will throw bless on there. That's not even going to matter.
That's going to miss.
I need to check something real quick. Just give me 1 second.
Okay. Me on deck with Bartholomew, and then me on deck with Elstein, and then me on deck with Thalin. Jordan, did you want to control Bartholomew?
Yeah, I can control Barty if you want me to.
Okay,
Brandon,
I'll take his turn this round, and then I'll let you control him next round. But I'm gonna give you access to his character sheet.
Brandon, just so you know, because I used an unarmed strike as an attack in my attack action, it doesn't say I have to hit. It just says if I use an unarmed strike as my agile parry with Kensei weapon, I can add +2 to my AC, plus with the haste bonus, so my AC is now 19.
Okay.
I also feel like I should mention that his stupid astral protectors goes up because he hit.
Yep. So she has disadvantage against everyone but me.
Okay. That's fun.
And if she does hit anyone else but me, they have resistance to all damage.
Okay, her vulnerability cancels the resistance.
So if she hits Anderson, she'll hit him for normal damage.
Alrighty. It is Bartholomew's turn. Bartholomew, I mean, what's a fireball to you guys? You'll survive it.
I don't have a vision yet! Damn it!
I mean, I'll probably survive it.
Yeah, let's,
Fuck it! I'll die!
I was like, I think you can place it, like, where it doesn't hurt anybody but her.
No, Bartholomew's not going to zap you guys down with a fireball. Not this time. Cone of Cold, everybody get... No, I'm kidding.
No, don't use frost damage! She uses that, so she's probably immune to it!
He's going to cast Scorching Ray. And did it give me the option to cast it in a higher level slot?
It does it when you roll damage.
Okay.
It's kind of annoying that way.
Yeah,
I think.
Well, yeah, we'll just go 3 rays, 4, 5. Okay.
Well, that crit on the 5th one.
She does have multi-attack defense, so the first ray is going to hit. The second ray is going to miss. The third ray is goes up by 421 hits. So 3 rays hit. Bartholomew deals 18.
That's 30.
All right, yeah, deals 30 points of damage. She's taken 78 that you guys know about. Elstein's turn. Say it again.
Is she even bloody yet?
Actually, yes. Bartholomew bloodied her. All right.
So it's her turn?
Yeah, it's her turn. But she's affected by that ancestral guardians right now. So that's
everybody wants me dead, so.
Yeah, that's what's taking up most of her decision.
Okay, sweet.
Hand on Celebris, and it's going to crit. She chilling touches Celebris.
That's not good. That's really not good.
And she's going to swing with a regular attack at you. And she's going to miss. That is your turn. You are cursed and you have vulnerability to frost damage.
Yeah, the touch doesn't actually hurt you, but it sets you up to get fucked.
Alright. That is her turn. It's
Thalen's.
Thalen's turn. I'm also controlling. Thalen. Wow, he is defensive. Alright, so he's already concentrating on end of her turn, I have to roll her recharge. Her wing attack recharges. It is action for her to use it. Thalin is going to Eldritch Blast. Is that gonna roll?
Wait, Thalin's a warlock?
No, he's a sorcerer. Sorcerers can learn Eldritch.
He's a sorcerer supreme. Kind of like a burrito supreme, but not really.
It doesn't have to start craving him.
When did sorcerers learn Eldritch Blast? I thought that was a warlock-only cantrip.
5th edition.
He might have a feat that lets him have a warlock.
No, you can totally learn it straight up. I played a sorcerer once.
All right.
And I picked that up.
It's not rolling for some reason. I wonder if he.
They rolled 14 over here.
No, that was the NPC. Thalin, that's a +9. God, why does he have so much spell attack? 5. Okay, cool. Alright, that's going to be +9. That, the 12 hits, and the other one misses. Deals 1d10 of force damage. And I'll double check his invocations.
Wait, he has invocations, so he is a warlock.
Yeah, we were saying that warlocks can get the Eldritch Blast. Oh no.
No, sorcerer.
Okay, he adds his charisma modifier to that. He deals stuff. 12 points of damage. That is his turn. And he maintains concentration on the spell. It's Johann's turn. Oh, hey, look, I see it. Now that's why.
No, it's Cinder's turn.
Yeah.
Cinder's turn.
Oh, yeah, it's Cinder's turn.
Yeah, Cinder's turn.
Okay, so in order to get rid of this disadvantage from the frightened, I have to spend an action to try to show.
Yes, and I also just remembered Thalin had disadvantage too, so I'm going to roll his first attack actually missed with disadvantage. His second attack hit at an 18 and 28 for the 2 rolls.
That's a lot of Eldritch Blasts that just popped up on my screen.
Yeah,
Brandon
was
was
coming up
present.
weirdest place.
Okay, do I have any attacks I can make on my bonus section?
Normally no, unless you are using 2 weapons in melee.
Yeah, most of the time it's either some kind of spell or you already attack because you're like a monk.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna use my action to try to get rid of this disadvantage. It's really messing with Cinder.
Alrighty, roll me a wisdom saving throw against her DC. The more attempts you make at it, the lower the DC will get. But yes, you still your nerves. You are no longer frightened. The end of Cinder's turn.
I wish you
I don't like where this is going. Don't
Or
hurt me.
At Celebrus, she makes another attack. Does 21 touch your AC?
It beats it.
All right. She is going to. Wait, why did that roll 0? Hold on 1 second. Let me double check the damage on this. Because 4d8 should not roll. Oh, that's the attack roll. That's the attack roll. That was my bad. Okay, there it is. That's the damage. Okay. She deals 5 points of slashing damage. You have vulnerability to the frost. It is 32 points of frost damage.
Wait, is it 32 altogether?
30. The frost damage is 32.
plus 5 more.
The slashing is 5 damage. It is
37.
magical slashing damage.
35.
It's
35.
the slashing is cut in half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or 34. I think
Yeah,
you're
so
right.
it's 32, 35. You cut it, and you cut all of that in half. That's going to cut in half to 16, 17, 18.
No, it doesn't-
The frost one and cut in half, just the slashing.
So it'd be
Johann is-
32 plus 3,
Yeah.
which is 35.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
so
Johan's taking the damage. Johan.
So
Okay.
then Johan's going to take that.
Yeah. All right. So I understand. I was lost for a second.
That would have dropped me.
The only way to kill Johan is to attack everybody around him.
True facts.
That's alright, guys. Next turn I get my advantage with sneak attack.
Alright, it is,
Gonna make me so happy.
Now it's Johan's turn.
It's Johan's turn. Also, Jordan, once you finish your turn, you can start looking over, Bartholomew's sheet. I ask that you don't look at his, bio, just his spells and features.
Yeah.
And, you can take his action for him. Otherwise, go ahead and, take your turn.
Cool. So first things off, use my bonus action to give Celebris 4 more hit points.
Please live! You're just watching the life drain out of Johan and pour into Celebris.
I need healing. Johan basically a tanky Zenyatta.
And then, I guess with my action, so I can see where everybody is. Are you standing in the same zone as your weapon?
Yes, my weapon is currently like up my ass.
I wish you gotten on the other side of Elstein so I could flank with you and we'd be flanking with 4 people.
I mean, you know, I thought about it because of the weirdness, but I mean, at the worst, you're just not going to get advantage this turn, and then we can set it up better next turn.
5.
Also, thank God I'm in your aura now. God, I love you so much that I'm going to forget the fact you tried to kill me.
And yeah, I guess I'll do that, and then smack with my Warhammer.
Crit, 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 crit.
16 does not hit.
16 misses.
Extra attack. That hits.
Okay.
And you take 6.
Alrighty.
Not the largest amount of spell slot you have into that Divine Smite.
I would, except, I lose concentration if I do that.
Do you?
Wait.
Divine Smite's not a concentration.
I mean, it'd be if you used a spell, if you just drop Divine Smite, I'm pretty sure that's like an instantaneous.
You are correct. I should do that. Spell. Let's see how many spell slots I have. Yeah, I'll drop a 2nd level spell slot.
Is she an undead or fiend?
She is neither.
She's a celestial.
It's celestial.
Yeah, she's a celestial.
Alright, Wesley, I saw your message. You can, look over, Thalin's, sheet. So, that's, 12 points of, damage. And, where did I just put, the damage? Oh, there it is.
And then, a 6 and then another 7.
Okay.
I don't think the Divine Smite's cut in half, is it?
She has resistance to, radiant damage.
Oh, darn. That means everything I did is cut in half.
No, the character sheet's for us
No,
to
your
read.
sword was force damage, BT dubs.
Yeah, but his,
No, not you. I was, saying Father A's,
my radiant bolts are radiant damage. So I was like, oh, bummer.
The sun bolts that he hit with were radiant damage, not force damage.
I actually did like 12 damage.
Alright, let's see, that's, and, then that, radiant damage gets cut in half. It is, Father A's turn.
It's Father A's turn! Okay, so, this is gonna get weird. So, I'm not actually moving. Can you move the skeleton, space to the right? So it's flanking with Johan.
Okay.
And then I'll have the scythe attack. Do I have?
All right, that is going to hit. The scythe is a part of you as a character, as you are controlling it, and you have summoned it.
Okay, and then It does 7 more force damage.
Alrighty.
And then I'm gonna bust off. I'm gonna try to attack her a few times. So that 21, 21, 21.
The 21 hits, touching her AC. She becomes wiser to your tactics. The second 21 misses, and the 24 also misses.
Damn. And then so she'll take 6 bludgeoning damage, so 13 total.
Okay.
And that's all I got.
What spell slot did you cast that Scorching Ray in?
For Bartholomew, that was a 4th level spell.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out how many spell slots he has left.
Yeah, he's just cast, I think just the Scorching Ray today.
He's also cast Mage Armor on himself.
Oh,
No, he didn't
no, he
cast
did
Scorching
not.
Ray.
Yeah, he did not cast that.
Yeah, so it would be Celebrus's turn.
Okay, it is, she is horrifically bloodied. It is Celebrus's turn.
Stupid multi-attack defense.
Hey, Brandon,
driving
can I
by
use
harassing kill.
Can I use the hasted action to try to break the fear?
Yes, it is an action you can do anything with. If you, well, anything listed there, standard action.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a wisdom save, and Johan's, I'm in Johan's aura, so it's a +2.
Yep.
It's the DC is going to go down. You can use your regular action for it, if you'd like, but that is not going to make it.
Alright, that was a crap roll.
You make up for it when you crit her in her face. Like she's horrifically bloody, dog. Just
Here's a question, Brandon.
Yes.
You can't get double advantage, right? So if I were to reckless right now with advantage,
Yeah, it wouldn't do anything. Your
Yeah, you
advantage
don't
is canceling out the disadvantage.
okay. I will just attack.
Well,
With the
you
great axe.
can reckless and give her advantage on attack rolls against you.
You can
No, I
do
don't
the
do
bad
it.
part. One of those.
That's bad.
Okay.
The
Sorry,
14 misses.
I will attack again with the great axe.
The 11 misses.
God damn it. I will spend a key point to unarmed strike as a bonus action.
Well, that crits.
That is going to
That's
hit.
the... So I've used 2 key points now. I'm going to spend another key point to try to stunning strike on this one.
Okay. And I...
10 damage.
Okay. That
Then I get another...
10 points. The stunning strike, by the way, it is a magical effect using your key to affect hers. She does have advantage on them. Not that it's gonna matter. She's gonna burn her last legendary resistance.
Alright, so I will attack, since I use... That's 3 key points, since I used Fury of Blows.
Okay.
So it's my second attack.
The
That's-
14 misses.
Hold on. I'm going to roll Bless on this. I don't think it'll work because she has her thing, but
It
Fuck
will
Yeah.
definitely not work.
The 18 still misses.
yeah.
She is going to... Oh, wait, not her turn. End of the round. End of the round actions. So, Makana and Kaitrina have been swimming here. They are going to have to start rolling constitution saves against the water, not to freeze to death, and Kaitrina is not doing good on these. And they're actually going to have to lose their armor to get out of this water. All right. So you guys, Cinder sees Makana and Katrina like swimming in the distance towards the boat. Additionally, you guys can see more explosions more clashing on other boats in the distance in the bay. It is the top of the round. It's Bartholomew's turn.
All right. She also, because I am raging, she didn't get the extra damage, but I did hit her with my arm strike still, so she does have disadvantage.
Okay.
You know what? I think I am just going to use Scorching Ray in a 4th level spell slot again.
Alright, go ahead and roll it. It's going to appear on the center of the screen. I thought it was going to appear on the center of the character sheet. That's why I didn't see it. Or wait, no, that one doesn't. That one just rolls. 4th level, roll me 5. The first one hits.
Oh, wrong character sheet.
Second hits. Third misses. Fourth misses. Fifth misses.
So 2?
Yes.
First and second.
Alright. Whoa. Woo! Barely making it to the next round. I took away her ability to heal herself because I was like, that's gonna be too OP. But, probably why she had such a low hit point pool. Alright, so, she is, huffing, and bleeding, and I think, yeah, her, final, ability, she could just go for the kill on Celebris.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Alright. She's going to go for the kill on Celebris.
Since I didn't use an unarmed strike in my attack action, my AC is 17.
Okay, she's going to crit you on the first attack. The second attack is not going to crit. The second attack is going to hit. It's a 16 plus plus 8 is going to be a lot. It's 24 versus your AC. You want the damage separately? Well, if the first one knocks you out, she's going to swing the second one at someone else.
Wait, I don't see any rolls.
Yeah, I'm rolling it now because it's a crit. It is 1d10 plus 4 plus 4 d8. That goes to 8d8 of frost damage. And
if it's a crit, that's 16d8 and 2d10.
Yeah, I'm just doubling the frost damage you take. Actually, I'll roll the frost damage separately. So here is the that's the slashing damage you take, and you take.
I survived that because of just the heroism.
You take 80 points of frost damage.
Damn.
That is
Let's
lethal. That is excessive damage. It is going. What is Celebris's HP pool?
Max HP is 86, so it is not drop me.
What is he at when he takes that? He takes 84 points of damage.
Well, the 7 is reduced to 3 or 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He takes 84 in total.
No, what I'm saying is 84, so that would drop the temporary hit points to 6.
Okay. So he takes then Yeah, if that drops the temporary hit points, he takes 78. What's his health at?
No, he was at full, so it'd be 74. He was at 14.
14. Okay. So,
Holy.
is Johan
Wait.
using his reaction?
Wait, no, I'm thinking about doing something even better.
I want this. I know what he's thinking about.
I've been looking for a reaction that Dolan could take, but there's nothing.
So, Rob wants me to do this. I want to do this.
There's no better time than now.
Right? So I'm going to use my Rebuke the Violent.
Okay, that's a bonus action. Oh, let's see. So your piece is a bonus action. Attacker within 30 feet deals damage with an attack.
Oh, shit!
Use my reaction to force a wisdom on the attacker takes radiant damage equal to the save. You know she does have one charge of legendary resistance left. Or wait, no, she burnt that on the stunning strike.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Alright, here we go. Wisdom saving throw. Alright.
Oh!
Well, she takes
on a successful
40,
save, it takes half as much.
She
That
takes 21.
But she already takes half damage from radiant damage.
that turns
Yeah, so it's
that
41 'cause
turns
it's half.
the damage into magical damage that you deal to her. You take you deal 42 points of magical damage to her.
Yep.
She takes half damage from
So 21.
yeah. You deal 21 points of damage to her. Her slash, like as she is attacking Celebris, he sees his life flash before his eyes and hears in his head, I judge you worthy. Scythe cleaving through him and getting stuck on something, and then it just shattering. And this blinding flash, and she is going to be blasted back a few feet and start fading. She is unconscious.
You fucking killed her
Wow!
with her own damage.
That's amazing. That's pretty dope.
Also,
Look,
congratulations,
violence is not
Celebris,
the
you're
answer,
deemed worthy.
guys. Violence is not the answer. Look what
Also,
it did to her.
healing word in a first level spell slot, please. I like Celebris.
Yeah, I'm just gonna my bonus action since he's still within.
Oh yeah, no, you're still in the range, so.
Oh, okay, so yeah, Celebris did take that damage too. So
Yeah, no, he's down.
yeah, so this is what I was saying. That is massive damage. You go to heal Celebris. It is over his HP and a half of what he had remaining. You go to heal him, and his body doesn't stir. Celebris was instantly killed by that, as she reaped his soul from him.
Oh, quick! Somebody find me a diamond right now!
I don't have a diamond.
That is, yeah. That is combat. You have, one combat, at the cost of Celebris.
Don't you
It
fucking dare
wasn't
say
worth
that's
it.
a cliffhanger.
It wasn't worth it.
I mean, we can go longer tonight if you guys are okay with that. I mean, I'm cool with going to 11:30, but I don't want to drag you guys. I had a few more things planned for tonight of just like the epilogue, but it's up to you guys.
Well, Celebris's body is still fresh. Find me a diamond. I could heal him.
Father A,
Shit, I should have
coldly,
gone zealot.
dark. It's like coldly. We'll just be like. I bet you, if anybody has one, it'll be. It'll be. If I had to guess, then Adelia will have one.
Yeah. That thing's unconscious, right? So it's still living.
It's fading away.
Is she like conscious, or is she just like?
She's
Is
unconscious.
it like? Is
No,
it like
she's not
Dark?
conscious after, you know, that
Well,
reflective
I wasn't
damage
sure
back
how
at
like her death were. Like she's fading, but I don't know if it's like.
So,
you know, and then
outsiders, outsiders when killed on the material plane die forever. Outsiders are their souls. Celestials, fiends, and other things like other templates like that go back to where their souls are anchored at. So, you guys have killed her in the material plane. She is going back to the bridge, presumably where, you know, she'll be reborn.
I just wasn't sure if she was like still conscious, so I could just. Because I didn't get to hear that he's worthy of the boat.
It was the last thing in Celebrus's mind before it's just like, you know, scythe made of moonlight above her head, slashing down like, "You're worthy!" Taking your soul, and then Johann reflecting 84 points of damage back at her.
She turned into 21.
Yeah.
Right? It's so underwhelming, but still did the trick, like in comparison.
You did 0 damage that fight, just saying.
Alright, guys. This boat, by the way, has is still firing. It has 500 hit points of health.
Okay.
Well, let's go under the deck, take the cannons,
Well,
fire them on this biddy.
Actually, I'm going to... You guys defeated her without her to order these souls. They were anchored here because of her. The ship is actually going to stop firing as one by one these souls start fading away. The magical force sustaining it, too, also fades. It's going to start sinking. You guys feel the...
We have to start swimming, boys!
It's within an hour. Just crap. The ones who I had fly casted on.
No, we're still flying. No, Colin lost it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, Felon casted haste on me.
And the only other person that would still be flying is dead.
That's small, like, rowboats, right? On the side? They're...
I don't think they're usable. I'm gonna roll you a percentage die. 33%. The 1 through 33, the first one is not usable, and then the second one, 1 through 70%, is not usable. 87 on the first one, it is usable. 73%. The second one is. Oh wait, I think I said it at 70. Both of them are usable. These things have been submerged under the ocean for months. There are barnacles and everything else like growing on them, but for the most part, it's just soaked wood. It probably should float. Yes, you can. Do you guys leave Celebrus's body, or do you carry it with you?
We take it with us.
We take him with us.
Because once again, fresh body. I just need a diamond.
All right. Okay, so you are able to get off of this boat before it, you know, sinks below these, like, the icy river, and you guys, I mean, presumably Makana and Kytrina, I'm assuming you guys would let them on the boat with you. You wouldn't just do the Titanic to them.
Okay, seriously, does anybody have a diamond right now?
No.
They do not. They are. Oh, they are regulated.
I know they're regulated. I just read Revivify. It only works within the first minute.
Yeah, no, he did.
So,
Nope. No diamonds.
I'm so sad.
So, there is a diamond inside of the armory.
That's all because the break through.
That was a quest like long ago to loot you guys out, but it just wasn't on the priority list. Which I didn't think about it ever until Celebrus asked, was just like, hey, is her armor here? It's like, yeah, oh yeah, nobody would have found the key. That key will be handled in your guys' epilogue. I'll tell you exactly where it's at. And you will likely laugh your patooties off. Anyways, what do you want to do for the rest of this session? Looking at the boat to the north, you can see lightning striking down on it occasionally. Or rather, not occasionally, every few seconds there is a strike of lightning. The boat is being literally torn apart. Before, like, as you guys are rowing to the shore, it starts sinking slowly below the tides. The other 3 people handling boats in the city, let's roll how good they did. Alright. So you guys are going to be like, what? Draylin took on a boat. And would have joined you guys in a
God, I hope he died. God, I hope he died.
Above 60%. His fight went super well. 89.
Damn it.
There we go.
That was alright. Galesong took on a boat. He succeeded. Umiya took on a boat. I didn't set a parameter for hers before I rolled. Umiya's a goddess. Hers would have been a lot easier at, I'm gonna set this at 1 through 33%. Is the below 33 is the only thing she fails on. She rolls a 38. She has took on a boat and defeated it.
38. I don't know.
All right.
33 was the fail. 33 left is failure.
Yes.
No, but it's like he said 30 and then like cut out.
That was 38.
Draylin sent Emberstride to take on a boat. She would have a much harder time. She fails on 1 through 70. 27, her boat would still be up.
She's built to fight gods, and she has trouble with her minions.
Well, see, that's the thing. Not all of these people were not all of these were celestial souls. Some of them were people. There was out of the fights, you guys had 3 Heraphs you could have fought, and actually, I'll just show them to you.
Well, we ran into one.
Yeah. Well, you were only going to get 1 boss fight. I wasn't going to make you guys save the. There are other adventurers inside of the city than you. All right. So this is a cleric of the grave. He was captaining a ship. This was a Heraph. She was captaining a ship.
Oh damn.
And then this was Heraph. He was captaining a ship.
Oh damn! That one.
Damn, that guy's so cool. Why couldn't we?
All right, and then finally the army. And then that will allow us to. All right, the army is going to be successful because it's a mindless horde. The parameters of their success, 1 through 25, is a narrow victory, losing most of the city. 26 through 50%, they are mostly successful, taking heavy casualties themselves. 51 through 75, it is a military victory with most of the army being captured and eventually depossessed. And the final 76 through 100, it's a slaughter, and they kill most of them. It is a slaughter.
Damn.
The Nakart force and the Royal Army, they have killed most of the army on the north side of the city. And this is all happening as you guys are rowing across the bay, just seeing the chaos of the city.
Death.
Yeah. All right. You arrive in the. Do you guys go to the palace district or back to the city proper? Is a hellscape.
We are going to the Nakart Manor with dead celebrants in our arms and tears running down our faces.
All right. Percentage die if the Nightcart Manor's still there. It is. Okay, so this what is even left of Ardor at this point as you are walking through the quote unquote streets. But you make your way towards the Nacart Manor. This storm of spirits is still swirling above you. It occasionally, like, it keeps trying to mess with everyone in the party, but you've already been affected by it once. And just, you know, these wraiths will just swoop down, pass through every member of the party, and it's like this chilling creepiness within you. But it passes out harmlessly. After the first two times, like, whoa, my gosh! But about the third time, you're like, okay, this is, like, really getting annoying. The storm doesn't seem to be going anyplace, the storm of these spirits. You do make it to the Nacart Manor. This side of town is bunkered down. You're going to notice there's a heavy amount of people dead here. Presumably, whoever is still alive are the people who resisted the possession. This area, you know, Anadelia already started securing this side of town for a siege. Other than the few that turned on them, otherwise, Somia is relatively untouched from cannon fire and, you know, the opposing army. Heading inside of Somia, you will be let in. And up to the top of Somia, Anadelia is going to have well, you're not going to know who these people are. She's going to have 3 people in dark purple robes that she is talking to as the party steps in the room. Do you drag Celebrus's body all the way to the top of the Nacart Keep?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we're dragging it on the ground.
We're carrying him.
We're talking housing style.
This is her intelligence network, and she is giving them message to send to other people. And sitting in the room, Ariana, no throne, no anything. She's just sitting on the bench that Rachia was sitting on earlier. She has her legs crossed and is bobbing her foot in impatience. As you step into the room, Tarum is also in here. Stormier is in here. Rachia is in here. And you guys did not see Alis at all.
Not surprised.
Ariana stands as you drag Celebrus. Like, obviously, you're not going to push Celebrus into the room first, and
We
she's
are
going to
carrying him on our back in a piggyback fashion.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I
Like-
assume it's either like Johan's got him as best as he can on his shoulder.
Like-
Doing, like, the wheel
I just love the visual of Johan, the dwarf, carrying the 7-foot-tall giant.
I personally like to think that it's a combo effort. Like, I have your legs, and Johan has your like your arms.
I'm
Bizarre show of unity between Johan and I.
all mourning over Celebrus's dead body.
The only thing that ever connected us.
As you all step in, you know, Ariana steps up and says, "Oh, Yuvra!" Hands over her mouth, gasping as you bring in, and let's go to more appropriate music, as you bring in Celebrus. And we're going to go with that. Gasping as you bring in Celebrus. Anadelia is going to turn, looking at this site, and is, you know, going to be surprised at you hauling a dead body in here, and then followed by Makana and Kaitrina. Her face sours as she sees Makana. She points to Makana before any words can be spoken and says, "She's not allowed in here." Makana nods to the party and says, "I'll be waiting at the keep's gates." And she's going to walk out, shivering. She's probably suffering from hypothermia. She is immune to disease. No, she's not. Makana leaves.
Probably suffering from hypothermia.
Do you guys want to say anything?
I'm also too sad. Like,
No, Cinder doesn't say anything.
we're not the angry kind of sad where we'll snap at someone for sending our friend out. Like,
It's the nature of how this all goes down. I think Father A is the angry kind of sad, but I just want to put this because I haven't put it in words yet, as a character. My heresy got this man killed.
Rob, you are coming in real fuzzy for me. Can you adjust your mic settings real quick?
Is that better?
No. I'm hearing you through Jordan's mic, but that's fine. You might have your mic muted on your side. You're not even lighting up for me. No, you're not lighting up for me. But I can hear you through Jordan, so that's fine.
It's not unmuted. It's not.
yeah, I think you are.
Yeah, do you have a button pressed on your mic?
Here.
That's fine. Just if you talk loudly, I'll hear you through Jordan.
Just to lean your head on Jordan's shoulder and talk through his mic.
Cinder's kind of hanging back. She's got her arms crossed, staring down at the ground, with her back against the wall, staring up.
Yeah, Ariana's going to just come put her hands... Oh, was that it? Nope. Ariana's going to come just put her hands on Celebrus's chest. Just one hand on it, one hand on her face. And she's going to say, I'll make sure he's buried properly.
Don't know what to say.
Anadelia is gonna speak up, and she's gonna say it's hard, but we lose soldiers. He was a good one. He was devoted.
If only I had a diamond, I could have saved him. Johan saying that out loud.
Anadelia is gonna look and say, those are not easy things to come by.
I think we just in here mourning the death of Celebrus.
Alright, I am going to give you guys a brief epilogue before the next, before we break here. So, Rachia is still in the room. She is holding, holding Gale-song's journal, describing his pre-ascended life, clutched in her arms at this silent moment. Next to her, Anadelia's, going to come and gesture for Celebrus's body to be tended to, taken out of the room. As you guys are standing up here, Anadelia is going to be the first to speak. We found out why Walter sent all the forces he did. And she looks to Rachia and says, she informed her father of what you discovered about Marcus being a member of Gindenthal. As a man of faith, he couldn't stand to let the Bertolf name hold Zenith rise and for Ardor to be plunged into darkness. And she looks and shakes her head and says, all of this I don't know if it was a result of him or what, but forces just got out of control. Ariana is going to stand up and say, I want him to pay. I want him to pay with every drop of blood in his family, every drop of blood in his city, every drop of blood in the north. All of them. Anadelia is going to say, we serve at your leisure, but you don't want to further this war. I say make peace with Walter.
Walter may have sieged this city, but he didn't cause the bloodshed today.
Yeah, this was ironically enough an act of God. Cordelia, to be exact. It wasn't caused by a mortal man.
Saying that doesn't seem to like calm Ariana, because it's just such a high moment of emotion for her.
Yeah.
But Anadelia is also going to add into that. You can roll a persuasion check if you want, and she'll assist you. And she's gonna say, and if you declare war on his blood, you declare war on me. As she's still standing next to Rachia. Does
I would also
go ahead.
If she gets too hot-headed, man, that's a lot of text.
The calm emotion's like just hey.
We need to think about this calmly.
The time for being calm is done. They attacked my home. They assassinated my generals. I watched Typhus and the Warden die.
For the sounds of it, you watched that Warden die hard.
We watched Celebris die.
Yeah, you did.
Like, from the sounds of it, Oris went out bad.
Yeah.
Man.
She's going to pass that save.
Yeah, she is.
But she's gonna recognize like what you're trying to do, and she's gonna say, then that's it. We rebuild from here. We call in our forces from Betrayer's Isle. Ardor's too weak right now. We need every sword we can get, and we protect. And she's gonna look to Johan and then to Anadelia and say, we won't go assault. We need to rebuild our nation. And that's gonna be where this leg of your guys' campaign ends.
Woohoo!
Congratulations. You guys...
We killed Celebris.
You killed Celebris.
Everybody who died tonight, we killed Celebris.
Right. In my game for Johan and the heresy, you'd think it'd be one of us. But we killed Celebris.
Hopefully that's enough between Johan and Father A of just like, you know what, can we put this behind us? We're in mourning right now. Celebris was a good kid, man. Other than the time he spent in jail for killing a guy.
He was a good kid then too.
Will we ever control these characters again? Will they continue like as part of the story as NPCs, or what's gonna happen?
You can choose to continue with these characters into the next leg of the campaign. If you don't want to, then I will allow you to re-roll.
I can't.
We will we'll discuss character options for you, Anthony. Death is not the end.
Can I make a beleaguered plea to my god to return his soul?
Yeah.
After what just happened, that's so much heresy, Rob. You really want to?
Look, I'm not exactly in a good place right now.
Honestly, asking her to bring his soul back is also heresy.
Death isn't the end. Like, she let Lumagrax come back.
I love how you're, like, bitching at me about heresy, like, throughout the past...
I have never stated that resurrection is heresy. Resurrection isn't heresy, because he can just die again.
Yeah. See,
Undeath is heresy because you lose your soul in the process.
Renalta's thing is managing, you know, who's going in and out of the bridge and everything. When people do it without her consent is, you know, when it's the big no-nos. Resurrection, Raise Dead, and I think Revivify all, you know, go through her and also require the soul to be willing. If the soul doesn't want to be resurrected, and, you know, she won't allow it, then it's, you know, that's when you have to get into the darker forms of magic. You guys can pull Celebrus's soul back into this world. Galesong knew how.
I am not doing it through him.
Hey, remember how you said you're gonna resurrect me? My friend died. Can you do him instead? Like, he cracks his back and is like, "Watch a god in action."
Like, yo, this motherfucker gave his life cleaning up your mess.
Okay, so I'm going to move everybody to level 10.
Woo! I never experienced level 9!
I'm gonna move
We
everybody
did it,
to
kids!
level 10 for the completion of. I don't know. Your die might, your sneak die might go up.
It would. If you're a level 10 straight rogue, it does go up. It goes up, I think. Well, actually, I'll double check. It might be the odd.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
For everybody who chooses to keep these characters for tonight's session, you're going to gain 6,500 experience.
Whoop,
Or, you know, we're going to
So-
do that as a straight 7,000.
So,
Whoop,
question,
Yes.
just for the sake of it. You said that we're gonna become level 10?
Yes, I'm moving you to level 10 at
Okay.
64,000, and everyone
Okay.
who chooses to keep these characters moving into the next leg, you will have a leg to stand on as far as experience goes. You'll be at 7,000 above that 64,000 at 71,000.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure. It was like,
Yeah.
if it's like, if it was gain it or be bumped up.
Yeah.